time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
That one, Trace? Yeah, all right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy, right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule, that guy, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, four-time Stanley Cup champion. Perhaps you're familiar with his work. Let's go around the horn because I know that it happened yesterday officially, but in the sound booth, yes, our guy KG is back. KG on the sound.
Welcome back.
Like I never left.
Give him one, Spenny. Yeah.
KG is back in effect. And KG, as I like to say, we are no longer 3/5 of a show, KG.
I know. You did a lot of pulling behind the scenes.
Absolutely, I did. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome
Appreciate
back.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. We have intern Simeon. Were you jealous to see that good golf shot? Because you haven't had any golf shots.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
It's been bad.
You told me you are not bad.
Yeah, I'm down bad.
All right.
I thought I was.
He's down bad. We'll get him through it though, everybody. Spencer Raxter in the building.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
What's going on, man?
My shoulders. I'm getting old. Another old guy checklist thing.
Yeah. Shoulder pain.
Threw my shoulder out throwing the kids in the pool over the weekend.
Did you really?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's toast. It's bad.
It gets worse.
Didn't go to the gym yesterday because I could barely move my shoulder on the way home. I think I'm gonna thug it out today. Rip the pen a little bit and get in there in the gym today. Today is
That's that young mentality.
Yeah, it is. He'll learn.
Right, he'll learn.
Like
for
today's
sure.
shoulder day, so I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling.
Spenny, it ain't gonna kill you to take 2 days off of shoulder day.
Yeah, I know,
it's not.
But we'll see how I feel.
Okay, do what you want.
He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna do it. I felt like a piece of shit not going yesterday, so.
Well, it happens, dude. It absolutely happens. Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there. Get your thoughts out there. Tommy K with the Big D. Yes. We are back. We are back in effect. We are happy to be back here. FJ 1967. Good morning. BDE and chat. Good morning. Jan, is KG really back? He is.
I am in the flesh.
He's right here. As a matter of fact, he is absolutely.
The man
right
might
here.
try and take me again though, so make sure y'all watching. Make sure y'all paying
Tommy
attention.
K, let's go KG. Lots of love for KG. But
Dr.
yeah,
Pierce is supposed to be in today,
that's the word on the street.
so maybe he can help me out.
Maybe that is true. We can ask about it. Maybe you can get analyzed
Yeah,
right there.
You can inquire from a learned doctor.
Right there on the show. But thanks to Sean Stick for filling in for us yesterday. D-Mac, we were out on the golf course at Cherry Creek. Shout out to Cherry Creek, all the good people out there, Detroit Sports Media outing. And D-Mac, thank you for coming out, man. Appreciate it.
A lot of fun, always. And great people. And those are all the people behind the scenes making all the great events happen and all the hard work to whatever, from the Grand Prix. They had one of the Grand Prix cars there and all this stuff, the WWE events, the draft, all this stuff. These people put all their hard work in, Bobby Keys, everybody else. So to be able to show up and give back, and plus, it's a setup. We talked about this, and this is truth. I'm going to play golf. You fix golf into my schedule, and that's why I end up on all these charity. But I'm playing every day.
But you're playing golf, yeah.
So regardless, but I think it's the beauty, Neil, because you and I, everybody who knows, we not just do this show, but we're friends, and we enjoy time, and we get rarely a few times to play golf each year together. So there's a few tournaments that we make sure that we play in, and that's being able to do it. So for anybody out there, thank you for supporting. It was great to see all the support, and what a great time by Cherry Creek. Although stay tuned later. Rest in peace, because I got to be honest, Benny. Something happened yesterday that's going in the coffin.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's tough, but hey, man.
It's tough,
the
but
show's
it's just
the
D-Mac
show.
being D-Mac, and I got to bring it to people's attention. Because, if the fact is that once I know, then I got to tell everybody.
Yeah.
There it is.
I got a good RIP too.
I like it. Just had comms with Dr. Pierce. We're going to push till tomorrow.
Okay.
So we got a busy day.
Can you tell him that I have a I have an inquiry. I'm going to need
Shoulder
from him.
inquiry.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I'll let him know. I'll let him know for sure. Thomas Perry, Z-Mac should be an all-star. Robbery. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Also, too, speaking of that, it was for the Detroit Sports Media, which I'm the president, and it was a proud moment for me yesterday. The reason I volunteered to do that, and it's not, all the volunteers do everything. That's my guy Caesar. He's going to Oakland to be a sports journalism major at Oakland. I was able to
choose the kid from Oakland, huh?
Well, I don't choose it. Yeah, I don't choose it, my
bet you
friend.
don't.
I don't. I don't choose it. But shout out to my guy Caesar. We were able to give him a scholarship check, almost $3,000.
Hey,
that's awesome.
So I'm happy about that.
That's awesome. I'm gonna give a shout out right too, because this was really cool for me. Walking out, there's a kid that works there, right? His name's Chase Reed. Shout out Chase Reed. He's actually going into his second year with the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds of the OHL. He's a defenseman.
Oh, hell yeah.
He came up and said hello and introduced himself when I was walking out. We had a nice little conversation. So, just the way that he did it, like
Good
it was
kid.
just,
Yeah.
it was really cool. So, Chase, I wanted to give you a shout out. If you keep that demeanor and the presence sort of about you, go no matter how far you go in your hockey career, you're gonna go far in life. So, shout out to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to Caesar and Chase.
Yeah, for sure. You know what was cool, too? Like, Caesar's family was all there and everything like that. Parents were proud and stuff like that. I was very happy to do that. That was the singular reason why I did it. And because it would have been cool if I got a little bit of scholarship action.
I'm still paying about $20,000 in student loans. Pretty nice.
Like, is it does it pay for your school? No, it doesn't.
No,
but I mean,
but it covers
something.
it covers a good amount.
Yeah.
I remember after my
It can cover your beer costs, or
Right.
Right.
after my student loans got cut down and taken out of it, I was still paying like $3,000 to $5,000 a semester, and me and my dad would split that down the middle.
Yeah.
So
Can I
that'll
ask-
help a lot.
It'll help,
for
no
sure.
doubt.
Can I ask a question are you still a student at?
Yeah.
Right. So what is that like? Give us a little insight for somebody who does go to college and something. And what's the scholarship for?
It's for his. We cut it to him directly. So
Yeah.
for his associated college costs, whatever he deems that he
So you
needs
can
to
get a
spend it on.
nice ass
So
laptop.
whatever. Yeah.
So McJesus, let's just say that you were. What does this mean to a student to go to school or something to get this? I think.
Oh yeah,
talk
it's
about it.
huge.
Does it alleviate
Like he
so
said,
much pressure?
he's still paying off debt. I'll be paying off debt. Like it's massive. Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
huge.
and it's only that too.
Something
because,
something is everything basically.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
really
$3,000.
like
That'd get you. I mean, if you wanted to chop it up, it could probably get you 2 semesters of books, probably.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Probably more than that.
Probably 2 or 3
Yeah,
semesters
definitely.
of books. Like I said, it's not
But
the
it's,
end all be all.
I guess I'm trying to get around it, like the peace of mind, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Like
totally.
the peace of mind, and
You have
and
much
I
less to
always
worry about.
say
He
when you
doesn't have
take
to
away,
stress about.
like what can people do without the stresses of all the extra incidentals and just the focus, right? Because truly, you don't get the full potential of most people because they're backed up against something, and
Right, yeah.
usually it's financial. So this is awesome, and I think that even more so for everybody that supports just that turn and everything, it means something.
Yeah, no doubt. So I was happy for the parents, because I'm that age now. Like the
Yeah.
parents were sitting there, you could tell like they were hyped up.
Well, you
for
can
the kid.
relate too, right?
Yeah.
Because you have
100%.
kids that age, so it might have hit
100%.
you a little bit different.
100%, man. So shout out to him. It was funny because Stick was like, because we were laughing and joking about it, and I said, because I do go talk to a lot of college classes and in high school classes, and one thing I tell them is like, how bad do you want to do this? I work for free for 2 years, in the Arena Football League, and those are the stuff that you have to do while I delivered pizzas and all that kind of stuff. But that's what you have to do. And I tell them, I said, if you don't want this, then don't do it, because you
Yeah.
ain't getting in front of me.
Right.
So
Ain't taking my job.
Yeah, you ain't taking my job. So you're already behind one. And Stick said, yeah, that's what's kind of funny about doing this. You give the kid a check. Hey, here's a head start. You still ain't catching up to me. So, so that's Stick for you, though.
It's it's an extremely cutthroat business.
It is.
And
Yeah.
you got to
much.
know somebody. Somebody's got to die, or somebody's got to get fired for you to get
Yeah.
an opportunity.
Because your talent isn't necessarily always it.
No.
It's not enough.
There are
yeah.
networks in this town that had a chance to bring me in, didn't.
Oh!
Shots. Bang, bang.
I'm just saying.
I wonder
that's
what
happened.
radio station you're referring
No,
to.
well, I'm just saying, and now you'll pay the price digitally.
That's what happens.
Choices were made.
Yep, decisions were made. So here we are. Freddie Felt 313, Neil, I owe $8,000 to Oakland University. Well, make sure you get that paid so they ain't cutting my pay. And $140,000 to grad school at University of Indiana in Indy. Go Grizz.
Send people to collect.
Freddie Felt, next time you're in here, I'm going to, empty the pockets right there.
A lot of people in black grizzly hoodies outside.
No, absolutely. But it was. The moral of the story was a lot of fun. And just another example, too. I tell you guys this because he's not going to tell you. D-Mac signed 10 or 15 photos. We sold them to people that were there. There was a lot. They went like that, and all that money goes back into the scholarship check. So anytime I've ever asked D-Mac for something, ever, the answer's never been no, man. So thank you for that. So
Just got me an autograph from Steve Eisen.
D-Mac is the man.
Right. Stephen David, Tone, Neil, Tone. Yes. Mike O. Hey, Neil, is brother KG back? If so, are you getting that street cred back finally? First off, let's address that real quick. First off, never lost a street cred.
You didn't.
With or without KG, I'm still good in any hood in Pontiac. That ain't changing. That's not on KG.
That's true.
That's on my guys, DQ Cole and Jamal Kane and all of those
We're
guys.
trying to work on your expansion now.
Mike
So
Helms is my
having
guy.
one hood is cool, but having multiple hoods is where
But,
you want
to be good in any hood in Pontiac, KG,
No,
it's powerful
it's the
in
trenches.
Michigan. Let's not lie.
No, Pontiac is the trenches.
No doubt.
For sure. Them auto jobs left a long time ago.
We come from the trenches over there,
You're
bro.
damn right.
So
No, you get your credit.
that's it. So
We still working on it, though.
Still in process.
Yeah, it's still
going on
in
3
development.
years, man. 696 might be done.
Yeah,
before I get
holy
my
shit.
black card, man. So we're in there though. We're gonna do it. All right, let's do this. And I do want to get into the baseball yesterday, and the Zach McKinstry stuff is popping off. There's no doubt about that. But we're gonna get into it. Gonna get into the Tiger stuff. I have before we do all that though. I have a baseline question. I teased this on Twitter. I didn't tell you guys this yet. So I have a question, an either or, for you guys, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Phoenix Sundust. Neil, you Pontiac North or South? Good in any hood, Phoenix.
Facts.
Don't got to check in.
Soon as he across that city line in Pontiac, they know.
We're good. And if there is some, if there are some new folks that don't understand, we'll get a couple people on the line and things will get
No,
straight.
absolutely. They got to check in with you.
Where's the best EV charger in Pontiac?
The best EV spot. You're good. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to hit the Auburn Hills border right there.
Of course he knows.
Yeah.
The Auburn Hills border right there, and that's where your best EV spots are.
Fair.
And they're
Still a
free.
snowflake, but
And it's free. All right, let's do it. Let's talk about Buddy's Pizza, everybody. Buddy's, the original Detroit-style pizza since 1946. And you guys know, they invented it, so obviously they're the best at it. I know a lot of other places are trying to, copy it and say it and stuff like that. No. Buddy's did this. And you can have it tonight for dinner. Go to buddyspizza.com. Use the promo code 10meal. You'll get 10% off. There's no limit on this. If you want to do it every day of the week, 10 meal. You can do it, everyone. Save 10% on your entire order. Just go to buddyspizza.com. Buddy's, the OG, the original Detroit-style pizza since 1946.
The boys of summer are here, and Woodward Sports is all over the Motor City with the White Claw Tigers Tour. Come party with Woodward Sports, watch the Tigers, and sip on some White Claw all summer long. The best bars, big giveaways, live events, and a party that only Woodward Sports can throw. Ain't no party like a Woodward Sports party. Join us from 5 to 7 with the heavyweights at Second Best Bar in Detroit for the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw, Easttown, and Van Johnson.
Tired of losing out on the car of your dreams? Bad credit? No credit? At the Feldman Chevrolet Freedom Sale, we say yes. Over 5,000 new Chevys to choose from, all priced to move with our best deals of the year. Get a 2025 Silverado for just $149 a month, or this 2026 Equinox for only $209 a month. When other dealers say no, Feldman Chevrolet says yes. Don't miss the Freedom Sale, going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
What's up, everybody? For the best in Detroit sports wearables, go to shop.woodwardsports.com. Guys, it's July. We're doing football 4 downs. All right? Every single day up until football. Lions play the Rams. Get the Boot 'em Kid shirts. They're still in there. We're still selling them. If you want to get geared up for the Tigers as well, Woodward Tigers collection, all of it. It's the best, man. We have the very best in Detroit sports wearables. Shop.woodwardsports.com. All right, we are off and running. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG back in the fold, intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, pushing towards 85,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you do want to skip the line, use the super chat. Soccer night in Detroit. Shout out DCFC2, UPSL Midwest Eastern Conference champions. No doubt, got that job done over Detroit last night. Dat Boy Roy super chat. Spenny, would you want Draymond Green to be the next coach?
No.
It'd be entertaining though.
No thanks.
For that 12, 14 months or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That it is.
I
Freddie,
think Draymond Green will be a good coach, but not right now.
Nope, not right now. Freddie Felt 313. Neil should do an autograph signing at Trini and Carmen's in Pontiac. Hey, D-Mac, we were just talking about this.
100%.
Maybe later Labor Day weekend, the Saturday, 2 to 4.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Free?
Free? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Backpack giveaway for the kids for back to school.
Gotta have a barbecue going.
A barbecue going. I'll be the Nino Brown of Pontiac.
You should give back to the community that loves you so much.
I will. I think I will. Let's get this in motion.
Good in the hood day.
Good. That's it. Labor Day weekend.
Talking about it,
Pontiac's
being
good
about
in the
it.
hood day.
Yeah.
Just in quotes, good in the hood.
You could have ballot boxes. Does Neil get his card? Yes or no?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let the streets decide.
Yeah.
The streets decide.
There you go.
Good. Guys, this has potential.
No, for real.
Neil's gonna stack the yes box with 50
Oh,
ballots.
you know he rigging that election.
Nah, bro. I'll let the streets decide. So yeah, that's it. DNC ENT. Could Draymond recruit? Does he secure recruits via intimidation?
Hey,
You gonna play for Michigan State.
You gonna play. All right, D-Mac. Tigers, keep it pushing. Get the win over Tampa Bay Rays yesterday. And look, there's a couple of storylines. I know the Zach McKinstry thing is warm right now. But D-Mac, I wanted to start with this. And it's a baseline question. And for me, it's very simple. The Detroit Tigers right now, as we set July 8th, have a 14-game lead in the division with just 90 games remaining. So the moral of the story, D-Mac, the major's best record, obviously, as well. But the simple question I have is this. What happens first? Do the Lions kick the ball off to start the regular season, or do the Tigers clinch the division? Ooh. In, what's it, September 3rd, September 4th, whatever it is?
Yeah. What was the question again?
What happens first? The Tigers clinch the division?
Did you look and see what game number that would be around for the Tigers?
September 7th is when the Lions kick off.
September 7th?
Yeah. Let me
Or do the Lions kick off the season on September 7th? Which happens first?
Well, what game is it?
What is
140 something?
Tigers would have 18 games left.
18 games left.
6-3 game
So
series.
are they going to clinch with 18 games left or whatever? I think they're trending towards that right now. I mean, you're looking at the trend where in the last, few weeks, they've been able to magically put it together. But this team is what it is. So if I was a betting man, I'd say, yeah, they clinch before the kickoff. Because there's nothing to tell me that they're not gonna. They keep, and the teams in this division
stink. They stink.
They keep stinking.
Yes.
Like nobody's shown you life. Would you give me a stat yesterday that if the Twins did what we did and went on that winning streak, we'd have to play 400 ball?
Yes. That's not happening.
Not at
Spenny, I'll check back in. The division's over, right, Spenny?
No, not yet.
Ooh, there you go,
It
Smig.
is not over until it is over. It is not over until Bartolo Colon sings. So we need to. It looks very good. We're looking real comfortable in the driver's seat. We literally saw it last year. So no.
We didn't because they didn't come back and win the division. They just
True.
made the playoffs.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. But we saw the impossible happen last year. So I'm not willing to say it's over until they have clinched the division. Anything can happen.
Okay, if you guys want to Simeon, do we have an update? What are the Tigers to win the division? Are you better off buying a savings bond or betting on the Tigers to win the division? We'll find that out.
10,000. Minus 10,000 now.
Minus 10,000.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's pretty close.
Vegas don't lie, man.
What is it?
It's
Pretty close.
Minus 10,000.
Pretty close to being off the board.
Spenny, do those numbers speak to you a little bit?
Does
Does Vegas speak to you, bro?
Listen, I would not bet on anybody else to win this division, but nothing is impossible.
So minus 10,000. So that means it's $100 to win $1.
Yeah, like you ain't
So
making
it's
no money at
1%.
all.
You are literally better buying a U.S. savings bond than you are betting on the Tigers to win the division. Does that change it for you, Spenny?
No.
A savings bond.
No.
We've all got one kicking around our house
I
somewhere.
got a couple, yeah.
All right, Spenny, you saying that any concerns? Like
No, there's no concerns. No concerns about teams catching up, but these teams are still Cleveland's got a lot of talent. They're playing like shit. It's a team with
they're
a lot of
over
talent.
their last 10.
Yeah, and I'm not willing to say, because baseball is crazy. Anything
True.
can happen. We literally saw it last year. I'm not ready to say it's over until it's officially over.
True, but I don't think the Twins were 24 games over 500 at the time they collapsed.
That's true.
Kevin Hill, Tigers' magic number is
It's a steep climb
56.
for anybody else. I'll say
What
that.
do you think, Neil?
I think that they're going to clinch it. And I found a way to relate the material. My buddies, my Alavila text group, came up with the math on this. I don't proclaim to. I come up with good ideas, and then people execute, right? Here's the Lions' equivalent of that. If the Lions entered the second half of their 10th game, game number 10, with a 7.5 game division lead, that would be the equivalent, which is not possible
Right.
because of the division games. But that is the math equivalent of the Lions entering the second half of the 10th game of the season with a 7.5 game division lead in the NFC North.
In saying that, you have an 18 or you have a 14 game lead right now? What are the other divisions? Is LA?
Everything else is fairly close. Houston's
East is close.
Yeah,
So-
Houston's starting to scoot a little, and the Dodgers are starting
Well,
to
I'm
scoot
just
a little.
saying, right? Because what do we always see is because all those teams are coming down up to compete with each other. So it's going to sort of stay that way. Maybe, like you said, Houston in their division pull away a little bit, but the wild card games and all this stuff. And at the end of the day, this division sucks other than our team.
Are we comfortable saying, Spenny, are you comfortable saying that?
I mean,
this division's
Cleveland's
terrible.
good. Don't say that. No. Cleveland's
They traded Naylor, and that was the end.
It was over, yeah. Crazy.
For real. Like, I don't want to say that one guy holds the whole lineup together, but he legit, like, Naylor held the whole lineup for them together. And I look what he's doing at Arizona, and he's raking still.
Yeah.
Like, that is the missing piece, and it's gone. They're done. They're done.
But you look at how close they can play. See, I don't. They're done to catch it. Like to put 14 games or to come back and beat us. Right, we're a better team, but I think they're better than like Minnesota, right, and Chicago are god awful, right? Like Minnesota, you have no respect for, right, Neil?
I was told.
Do you have respect for Minnesota as a baseball team, or they're more of a joke? Because Cleveland's not a joke.
No, Cleveland's got
Right,
talent.
they're just missing a couple of pieces, and when you say that, is that something that you're worried about that they can go out and make a move?
I'm worried about Cleveland waking up because I don't think they are as bad on paper as they have been. That's the only concern you have with this, and it's not even really a concern. I do expect the Tigers to still win the division, but
all right,
if anything could ever happen, it would be Cleveland wakes up.
For the
Cleveland
real,
wake
hold
up
on.
ain't catching
For
us.
the guys that do the reels in the back, Spenny says Cleveland will win the division.
Got him.
Did not say that.
Spenny's scared Cleveland will win the division.
Got him.
I'm not. The Tigers,
Do what you do to me, guys. Come on.
The Tigers are going to win the division.
Maybe.
But like I said, I'm not locking it. Maybe.
Nah.
Anything can happen. They're
No way they
they're
dropped
the huge betting favorite, obviously. I'm not worried about anything like that happen. I'm just not ready to say it's over because it's not over.
It's not, but I mean, about as close to over as you can get.
Yeah.
Neil, I'm all
It's
in.
over.
I'm with you. Are you all in, Neil?
Yeah, I was in 3 weeks ago.
I'm all in.
And the lead's only grown since then.
Exactly.
And 3 weeks of games have gone off the calendar.
Cleveland could go on a mad run, and they still would have trouble catching us at this
It's
point.
tough to get in, like you said, and this is true. With the way Tarek Skubal takes that mound every 5 days,
It makes
it's
it hard.
almost like as slump-proof as you can get. I mean, has anybody else thought, like you look at, when they lost the first 3 games of the series until Skubal came in, was that against Cleveland or Washington or whoever it was against, and solidified. Like, they've had moments where you think, okay, this is their time. Look who's on the mound. It's a bullpen game. Oh, thank goodness we have room. And that's just not the case because they just keep finding a way.
Yes, they do. And it's, again, you want to know, and because it made me, over this weekend, it made me kind of look at Cleveland just like to do some kind of deep dive. And it's funny because the Twins are 14 back too, and we don't even talk about
Can I tell you something as a professional athlete, though, of what the Detroit Tigers did to the Cleveland in that game, coming back with the, pass ball manufactured? There's some sort of mental psyche that you can tap into.
That was the final dagger.
I think it's the first time in a long time that you can say as a Tiger, and if you're a professional player, you're like, I own them. I look it back to when we played, Neil, like we had that flex over St. Louis and Chicago and the Phoenixes and stuff like that. They were good teams, but we were just a little bit better. And I think that has got to frustrate, and especially Class A, especially their world-class closer. From last year, Carey hitting off them to this year, what we just did to him, and that mentally, I think that you the only way out is through turns around to them.
Spenny, one of my numbers buddies, texted me. He's watching the show. So, Spenny, all you have to do is put $2 million on the Tigers to win the division, and your student loan is paid for.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't believe, so.
Well, Neil, if you believe it's over, would you be willing to loan me $2 million for me to put on the Tigers?
That's leveraged right now. I don't have it in liquid form.
That's fair.
I'd have to move some things around.
That is fair.
That I'm not prepared to move around right now. Most of my holdings are not liquid
That's
at
fair.
this second.
That's fair. A lot of them are wrapped in furnaces and EVs.
Well,
You're
I
right.
mean, various. I have a wide portfolio.
That is fair.
So there's that out there as well. No, but real quick though on the Guardians, for everybody's scared of, and Josh Naylor, who is continuing to do what he does.
How many bombs does he have?
He's got 11 with 11 steals with an 830 OPS.
Why would Cleveland
Batting
let him
300.
walk?
What's that?
Why would Cleveland let him walk?
Because they're a minor league organization. I'll say it. The Cleveland Guardians are a minor league organization. What
Fair.
are they doing? I don't know what they're doing.
Fair.
But people, and everyone listen to this, teams that let guys walk that are good players are minor league organizations.
Which is why the Tigers can't let Skubal walk.
Which is backs up to what I said last week that everybody kind of lost their mind about on social media. Good teams, good organizations do not let good players just walk like the Guardians did. And when you look at them, you have, we all know about Jose Ramirez. He's got an 856 OPS. He's the man. We all know that. 15 homers, hitting 300, all of it. Steven Kwan is a huge pain in our ass. He's hitting 300. He's got a 770 OPS. They have not one other player with an OPS in the sevens. Kyle Manzardo, 718. No other players with an OPS in the sevens. That's why they suck. Could they use Josh Naylor?
Oh, yeah.
All day.
That's the day the music died. Like I always talk about the Tigers back before. The day the music died was when Max Scherzer left for Washington. That's when it was over, officially over. The Guardians' music died the day that Josh Naylor left to go to Arizona. It's over.
After making an ALCS. That makes no sense.
And they're like a mid-teens 20th payroll, something like that. Where the Guardians are in the 20s.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
They're not a serious organization. They're not. And now I understand why. Because I used to sit there, D-Mac, and look. Guardians games were always empty. Like even in September when they'd be leading the division. And I'd be like, why? How could you do that? Now I understand why.
Cleveland's
fans
25th
know.
in payroll.
25th in payroll.
Lower than Colorado.
Yikes.
Now, Spenny, do you believe?
No,
on, Span.
I'm not saying that division is over. It is not.
D-Mac, you do what you can for a guy. We had a path for him. My buddy Ryan gave him a path to rid himself of his student debt. And that's how grateful he is. No, I don't believe. We tried. D-Mac, all we can do is try.
That's all you can do. Give them opportunities, whether they take them or not.
Absolutely. You have an opportunity to have great meals at Black Rock.
Yeah,
you're going to take that opportunity at least?
Gotta take that opportunity. There's no other opportunity you should take. Then go into Black Rock and getting a good steak. Woodward Sports is turning up the heat with our new sizzling partner, Black Rock Bar and Grill, where you can get steak on a stone served on a 755-degree volcanic rock. It's more than just a meal, it's an experience. Enjoy lunch starting at $8.99, rocking hours from 3 to 6, and daily specials. Come hungry and rock your steak only at Black Rock Bar and Grill. Stay tuned, a summer giveaway is coming that actually rocks. Visit blackrock.com.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. Thenfights.com.
Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer with 5 locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing. This month's specials include a 2025 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab, $149 per month, or a 2026 Equinox LT, only $209 per month. Visit feldmanchevrolet.com to find a location near you or scan the QR code on the screen. It's Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
All right, keeping it pushing, everybody. We are off and running Neil Rule, Darren McCarty. We got KG back in the fold. We have intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter from third to first. Happy to have you all with us. And, just some reactions to what we were talking about. Do the Tigers clinch their division, or do the Lions kick the ball off in the season opener? Which one happens first? We had the Woodward Sports chat poll going. Tigers clinch 74%.
Nice.
And I gave people the Lions equivalent. This is the equivalent of the Lions starting the second half of game number 10 with a 7.5 game lead in the NFC North division, which is impossible because of the division scheduling. But you get the gist of it all, D-Mac. It's pretty. When you start hearing like real world examples, man, it's incredible what they're doing.
Well, I think the big thing is, and I see in the chat, is the agreement. They haven't shown us any different, even through their ups and downs with guys injured. You also, too, you look at, you've got Veerling back, but, have different guys out. You look at Casey Mize, who's quietly, come back and put together something that we always worry about, his availability, but they're finding a way. I think it just goes to show you of how tight I always talk culture, but how tight that locker room is. And it's never more apparent, right, when you listen to what AJ Hinch says or is reported on, like the fact that no matter what the score is, we don't give at-bats away. Well, you see it, right? You see it. And as of late, for the last 2-3 weeks or whatever, they haven't played their best baseball, but they've played winning baseball, right? They're at a point now where they don't have to play their best to win. That's the way it's always been in the past. Now they got guys that can step up at the moment. You get 1, 2, 3 hits and you're winning a game. You got guys out of the bullpen that are able to shut guys down. You got starting pitchers that are going deeper in the game. I think, tonight, let's see if Flaherty can capitalize on this momentum that the rest of this team, but they're just playing baseball. This is a baseball team, and it's gritty. And like you said, with the whatever Zach McKinstry's done, he should be in the conversation if there's replacements needed for the All-Star game because of what he's done. Obviously, Javi Baez getting his flowers for what he's done. So it's a team, like Torres too. We've mentioned it all the time on this show, is like what he's meant not only as a professional baseball hitter, but in the locker room, right? So that's all you're seeing, and they just refuse it. And then they're led, by the best player, on the mound in baseball, in Tarek Skubal, that every game just seems to get better and better. And even when he doesn't have his best game, he still gives his team a chance to win.
Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there and get your thoughts out there. I'm glad you brought that up about Zach McKinstry, too, because IT Hip says, I guess you guys didn't listen to the segment on E&E when Lynn Henning, who doesn't see the Tigers keeping Skubal or Torres. And then also in the chat, I had it and I lost it, and it was good. Here it is. KMG King. Remember you said that, Neil, if Skubal doesn't resign. Oh, I'm very aware. KMG King.
That's the whole
Yeah,
point.
did you not get the undertone
story.
when Neil said of like minor league baseball teams let their top guys go, ...
Correct.
Right?
That's the whole point.
You don't want to be a minor
Yeah.
league baseball team, do we?
Do we?
Uncle Chris?
Yeah. Do we?
Little Chris?
All right.
Oh, you know I got it. I'm just trying.
No, but but you know what? Like, this is the position you want this team to put the ownership in.
Yes.
Make this as hardest decision as possible, and if it is folding to the fan base or folding to whatever else to get it done, then I'm
I
good
don't
with
even
it.
know if it's folding to the fan base. It's just doing what you gotta fucking do.
He's
Just
the
doing the
best
right
pitcher
thing,
on the
baby.
planet.
Yeah.
He's
It's
the
just
best
doing the
pitcher.
right thing.
Best pitcher on God's green earth.
Yeah.
Like, no question.
Back-to-back years. Gotta do it.
Mike O, according to Neil's math, Javi was on track to hit six bombs this year. Time to tweak that
I
algorithm.
tried to
Neil.
tell you it was double digits. I was the one that predicted a double-digit season for Javi home run-wise, man. Come on now.
Go KG.
Praise
That's why
him.
you got brought back. Kid.
Yep, praise him, man.
And for everybody asking, yes, KG is back for good. He'll be
Officially,
here more
yes.
than I will.
Yeah, that is also true. That is also true. But no, the Zach McKinstry thing. Woodward Sports chat thread. I hope that they clinch the pennant when I'm at the game in Miami. Yeah, they are there. I think I'm down there that weekend too.
Ooh.
And if I am, I'm going to that Sunday game.
Your two favorite teams.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a clinch game, I might fly down. I'd fly down for that. Sunday night baseball in a clinch.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Get into there and get your thoughts out there. Brian Sewells, how is a 7-game lead with 6.5 games to go the equivalent of a 14-game lead with like 70 games
It's
to go?
football. Come on.
16-game season. 162-game season.
Quick mouth.
Break it down.
That's how, Brandon. That's how. Sorry. All right.
It's okay.
Should we go to
Harold-
break and then come back talk about Zach McKinstry?
What's that?
Should we go to break and then come back talk about Zach McKinstry?
Height should be a fucking all-star.
Yeah, we can do that. There's been a couple egregious all-star things. I got one I'm stunned he's not on the all-star team. It's not just to kind of give you a cross relation to some of the people that have been snubbed.
Yeah.
Where are we going with this one?
Tell us about Gold Crown, D-Mac.
Yeah, you know what? Gold Crown concentrates are their bread and butter, crafting elite collab extracts since the caregiver days. Gold Crown partners with craft growers across Michigan to bring you exclusive full-spectrum concentrates, infused pre-rolls, and live resin-infused gummies. Their new line, Crown Jewels, is here. Gelatin-free, effect-based. Coated in nerds for the extra pop. Find Gold Crown in over 300 dispensaries statewide. Smoke like royalty. All rise for the reign of royal highs only with Gold Crown.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff like gimmies on the golf course. We like uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's haircuts for men, where you walk in, you sign in before you know it. You're handsome and clean. Lady Jane's open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
All right, we're keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, intern Simeon. Also, too, Spencer Raxter in the building, third to first. Was just perusing the Tiger schedule. Sunday Night Baseball, obviously coming up July 20th. They're at Texas. Just some of the other ones. There's another Apple TV game Friday, August 22nd at home against Kansas City. So be ready for everybody to flip out about that. Game at the Yankees, September 10th.
Ooh.
On MLB Network and Amazon Prime Video.
Look at Tigers getting primetime games.
People are going to be angry about that as well. Which, wow, is this true? Tickets as low as $11 at Yankee Stadium?
I can believe it.
Wow. Yeah, they're over it. Their fans are off board. There's no doubt. Okay, let's get into it. Z-Mac Cash, as the streets call him now, Zach McKinstry,
Z-Mac
Z-Mac Cash and
Shout out
G-Mac
Z-Mac
Cash to do a
Cash.
song.
I'll say this. I got a
McKinstry
question.
hit again.
Yeah, McKinstry hit again. Can I ask a question that just popped in my head literally just now? You see the numbers there. 290 batting average, 361, 456 the splits. 5 home runs, 10 stolen bases.
12th in the American League in WAR.
What's
for
130
position players.
WRC plus?
That's the WAR. It's 24th best WAR in the WRC plus.
It's like doesn't it factor in like,
It's like runs created.
It's
Yeah.
above average, and 100 is the league average.
Yeah,
weighted runs created above average.
It puts a lot of weight on your OPS heavy stats like extra
So
base
what's a good
hits,
number?
stuff like that. That's a pretty 130. League average is around what 100,
It's
110?
100, yeah.
100.
Something around there.
150 is like an all-star level player, or like even higher than like a upper echelon all-star has like a 150 plus WRC plus, and then you're looking at his WAR is so high because literally the two most important things you can do for WAR for a position player is steal bases and hit triples, and he leads, or he's tied or second in the league in triples, and he's got some stolen bases.
He's second in the league in triples?
Yeah, he was number one for a while.
Just to give you some, for instance, Barry Bonds' WRC plus for his career was 172.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Like is there one like would tell you who's leading the league right now?
Yeah, it's probably Aaron Judge.
What?
I would assume it's Aaron Judge.
Okay. But what is his?
Let me check.
What
right now.
like?
I'd be interested to see
Would give you
Ohtani's.
good relation. What's got to be like 140, 160?
Aaron Judge is number one with 224.
Damn.
And then
Wow.
Kel Rayleigh is second with 182.
Okay.
And then third place is Pete Crow Armstrong with 137.
I bet.
Oh, wait, no, that's not third place. Third place is Will Smith with 177. So Z-Mac is in the top 10.
Yeah, top 10. Barry Bonds' highest single season WRC plus was 244. That was for the entire 2022 season, or 2002 season. But anyway, though, so yeah, those were the numbers, and I know everybody wants to freak out, and like I know he had another good game yesterday, but I got a question for the room here, for all the hobby people. What was more unexpected, what Javi's doing or what Zach McKinstry's doing?
I think it's what Zach McKinstry's doing.
I'm with you 1,000,000% on that.
Yeah. When I went out there, I said Javi's going to be a better player than Trey Sweeney this year. It was because we've seen Javi do it before. Javi is an MLB baseball player. We've seen him perform at an extremely high level. I think it's easier for a player to get back to somewhere they've been before than one to be something that they aren't.
Or to even be league average.
But what Zach McKinstry's doing, he is when you look at his weighted runs, when you look at his WAR, when you look at his defensive efficiency and runs saved and things like that, he is an all-star at every single position he's played so far this year.
Crazy.
Like, whether it's the outfield, whether it's middle infield, whether it's corner infield, the guy is just absolutely nuts. He is a defensive gem. He's got the best arm on the team for a position player. Maybe Javi is the only one that could even argue him. And what he's been doing is pretty nuts this year. He deserves to be an all-star.
But
look at what he did the other day at first base.
Yes.
First time playing, had to make a great play.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the confidence that AJ has no matter what. And I think what you see is the confidence in himself, and he's worked himself here. But it's legitimately because what are we seeing, Neil? It's the consistency. It's becoming more of the norm.
Yeah, but do you
Right?
think that's...
AJ says it all the time. Like, McKinstry is making it so hard to keep him out of the lineup. That's what you want to do, so shout out to him.
Could that be part of the snub, though? Because he's never done this. He's having the best year of his career ever. Like, we've seen Javi be at the top level, like Spinney said. Do you think it's the history working against him?
I think it's the fact that he doesn't have an ironclad position.
Yes.
I think
He's a
that
utility
hurts
guy.
him.
Yeah.
Like he's a utility guy. But I would also say this too. Like, guys, Juan Soto's not on the All-Star team this year.
And that's crazy.
His OPS is over 900.
Yeah.
He's got 21 home
He's
runs.
got 72 walks. He's won 72 times.
And he's got 10 stolen base. Like, Juan Soto's not on the All-Star team, which is unfathomable to me.
Yeah.
So at some point, dude, and when you have this where you take guys from every team and you do all that stuff, do they still mandate that or no? I can't remember if they still mandate.
I don't think they mandate
They don't think it
anymore,
is.
no.
Yeah.
Then how do the Royals get, or the Guardians get anybody on that team then? But anyway, I digress. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Kinda.
And it's a fan vote type deal too. So more people would know Javier Baez as opposed to a Zach McKinstry. You know.
That definitely plays a huge factor.
Woodward Sports Chat Thread, WeezyD313. Detroit fans have that wandering eye on other teams. Like, we have some golden standard that doesn't allow people to develop. Well, WeezyD, like, there's been nothing in Zach McKinstry's. See, like, these are like the people that come at me about the Javi thing. I didn't see you talking about it when he was the worst everyday player in baseball. They say, oh, Neil, just wait.
Right.
He'll be league average at some point.
Right.
Like,
But
no
wait,
one was
there's
saying
more.
that. There was not. D-Mac, how does that work? Because I'm sure you played with guys. There's got to be some unilateral qualities to it. I'm sure you played with somebody that had one year that was kind of a middling guy that popped up one year and then maybe it went away. Maybe it's tough for you because you guys had
but I
those
think
stacked
it's
teams.
the epitome. Look at Drapes, the year that he won the Selke, right? That he when he played with Sergey and he scored like 30 that year. You know,
Yeah.
see they get the opportunity or something.
Usage, like it's a
Sometimes that
usage
happens
thing.
in hockey as guys elevate or get more opportunity to play. But usually it's the same old guys. It's usually you have a spot and you have to lose it, right?
Yes.
So.
Woodward Sports Chat Thread, Bliss Haven Farm. Neil, is Stephen Kwan the most annoying player to watch in the history of baseball? He is to me.
He's pesky.
I do have him on my fantasy team. No,
He's
not
awesome, dude.
He's
He's
so
like
good.
an old school baseball throwback. Like he's just scrappy up there every time. He's gonna do something, even when he gets out.
Let me see. Crazy Clown. I haven't seen one thing Neil's ever been correct about when it comes to the Tigers. That's odd.
Go check the tape, bud.
Yeah. Check the tape, my
Yeah, I
friend.
got to go against you, crazy clown. You know I rock with you, though.
Mike O, what Javi's doing is
Don't
way...
go against him. You might bully him.
Mike O, what Javi is doing is way more impressive. Baseball players do not typically improve once they lose some bat speed or timing.
I think when we talk about Javi, I'm not saying this is the whole reason that he was the worst baseball player in, every day, whatever. I think the hip played a bigger factor than we thought.
Yeah.
I think it was hampering him a lot, and getting back to healthy helped. And I do believe Gleyber Torres is playing a huge role into why Javier Baez is an all-star this year. I think having another veteran out there to kind of settle him down and a guy to last year, Javi didn't have anybody that would challenge him. Like Riley Green, he wasn't really established yet as a superstar.
Right.
And even then, he's not the most boisterous guy. Gleyber Torres is an established guy in this league, and he walked up like Chris Castellani told us, Glaber walked up to Javi and told him, hey, stop fucking swinging at that shit, dude. Like, what are you doing? So having a guy like that to challenge you will definitely help. And I do think the hip was bugging him more than we thought.
I think, too, D-Mac, a lot has to do with it is A.J. Hinch stacking his at-bats against lefties.
Oh, absolutely.
No, he's healthy. Don't get it twisted. Like, the one thing that wasn't played to his credit is the hip injury last year, because we never were talking about that's what's hindering him or showing it. All you know is that he's healthy, but they're putting him in positions to succeed.
And this plays a part for the Zach McKinstry thing, and no one's talking about A.J. Hinch, like they don't, and I feel bad that I didn't bring it up till now.
Yeah.
But what's the one common denominator between all this?
A.J. Hinch putting these guys in the best
Matchups.
spots.
And that's it.
Matchups.
And this is the ingredients he has to cook with, and he's made a very good tasting meal that's a go-to on a Monday night when the family's running around insane and everything, and you need a quick meal cooked up. Chef A.J. Hinch cooks it up, and everybody eats it, and it's one of their favorite meals. And it's easy, and the ingredients are cheap, and it's incredible, man. And through all this, like, people can talk about the Zach McKinstry got snubbed and everything like that. If A.J. Hinch is not manager of the year this year, we need to riot in the streets, bro.
I swear.
For real. No one's talking about it, and they're not. They're literally not. Zach McKinstry, Javi Baez, I would say Gleyber Torres to some degree.
Look at the way he's worked the bullpen.
The bullpen, all of it. There's one common denominator here, and it's A.J. Hinch, the best manager in baseball. Period, end of story.
Facts.
Period, end of story. There's no one better. There's not. And I don't think, because people say a good manager can win you, 6 to 8 more games. I think that's a number they say. It's 7 to 9 games, something like that. A.J. Hinch is as responsible as anybody else. I 1,000% believe that.
He accounted for half the team's wins last year. For real.
He literally accounted for Zach McKinstry running across that plate against Class A to tie the game. He pulled torque and put in McKinstry in.
Yep.
And he, again, another reason why McKinstry is so good is he's such a fantastic base runner. And that was the deciding factor of keeping the Tigers alive, because Class A, we literally scored the game-tying run without getting a hit. Yeah. Because A.J. Hinch manufactured.
But how many times have we seen this from the Tigers? This is their philosophy. This is their game plan. They play in this aggressive style, and it's worked under A.J. Hinch's leadership. Like, you got to give him credit. Got to.
Dat boy Roy, and people still say that AJ has terrible decisions. I'll fight those people. Like, I should start an Instagram account where I find out who comments that AJ Hinch makes bad decisions and go fight them.
Nobody's saying that.
And record it.
The only person people that can have a gripe is maybe Houston fans because of how everything went down. Yeah. But like besides that, who's saying that?
In Houston, we don't care about that.
Right, like.
Paper Chungus, Tigers got lucky to even get AJ. No, like, he was a distressed asset.
Yes.
For real.
He would have never came here otherwise, I don't think.
No doubt. And that's the way that it typically works. Steve O'Baby. Neil, I was told by the Woodward Sports Chat that AJ should be fired.
Well, that was a certain somebody that I was on the desk with that I advised against doing that. But
yes. Daryl, Detroit's about to be 0 for 3 and coach the manager. No, he'll be manager of the year.
He's going to be manager of the year.
He's better.
No doubt.
Do we got lines on it?
So Caesars doesn't.
Okay.
I found him on another sports book.
Okay.
Minus 3,000 for manager of the year.
Gonna be
Man, that's up in Tigers to win the division territory.
Right? I'll say that's a lock. I'll say A.J. Hinch manager of the year is a lock.
Wow.
Could we parlay those with Tigers winning the division?
I would parlay.
And get 3 cents. And get 3 cents on the dollar.
Right.
What is A.J. Hinch to win, man?
Minus 3,000.
Oh, so he's the top.
1 in 30. So he's literally 3 cents on the dollar.
Is that better than a?
Is
you
it better
still
than a
buy a
savings
better war bond?
Right.
Hey, Maz, do you get war bonds for 3 cents on the dollar?
Absolutely. He's got to be. He's got to be. Two birds, both stone. Brad Ausmus was a fine local manager. He was not, as a matter of fact.
Right, come on.
He was not. No, but we're going to get into the trade deadline stuff, though. And it's just we'll get into that because we got a couple days to get into that stuff. Like, we're warming up the engines on that.
I do want to see like what you thinking for trade deadline, because I know you want them to go get something. I know that.
No, here's what I want. I don't have a name, and I don't have this long laundry list of my fantasy league names and stuff like that. You know what all I want them to do? Go do good team shit at the deadline. What do good teams do?
Get good players.
They get a reliever, right? They get some kind of high leverage reliever.
They get a hot bat.
They get a hot bat, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily
Give me Eugenio Suarez.
Yeah,
please do it.
Man,
but how often do those guys get moved, though,
I mean,
for
the
real?
D-backs are trash.
For
His
real.
deal's almost up, and he's got 30 bombs. It's perfect scenario.
Sky Harris got to work his magic.
Yeah, but for real, though, I think we're going to walk into this trap again that we walked into with the Pistons with free agency. How many of those guys actually get moved?
Yeah, it's going to be like when the Tigers traded Robbie Grossman. Because he was hot, he was seeing the ball well, he was hitting good that year, so you got a little piece for him.
That's good team shit.
That's good to you get.
And
you
the
get
Braves
a hot
got
bat
him
that fits the system.
And here's D-Mac. Here's where a name they might get might be underwhelming for the same reason we just spent 15 minutes talking about Zach McKinstry and Javi Baez. And I bring it back to the Robbie Grossman move. It worked for Atlanta because he was a specialist.
Yes. Yeah.
You bring him in against the proper pitching, and away you go. I think, but that's the good team shit I'm talking about. Go get a relief arm. Go get a bat that just another tool for AJ Hinch to work with.
Brian Hayes is a guy that they've been talked about. He obviously had a Gold Glove, I believe it was 2023, where he had a pretty good year behind the plate as well. He has been struggling behind the plate, but he has I don't want to say a little bit above average barrel percentage and a really good hard hit percentage. So I think that's what AJ Hinch is looking at, or that Scott Harris, that's the guy they've been rumored with, is Brian Hayes. And I don't love it because personally I wouldn't want all right, we're trying to go win a World Series move being, okay, hopefully we can fix this guy into what he was. I'd rather have it a guy that's swinging a hot bat right now.
Yeah.
But if that's the route they go, I think it's because of, like I said, the barrel percentage and the hard hit rate are higher than what his stats would say.
But be cautioned, again, everybody, when you have the Mets and the Phillies and the Dodgers and the Yankees in the mix for these guys, that price is going to get escalated very, very quickly because they have shown they will not hesitate for a second to move a level of prospect that you might not be comfortable with.
Yeah.
Spenny, because we're not going to see Juan Soto moved or Ellie De La Cruz or somebody like that. What's the highest prospect you're comfortable in moving for? Not a superstar like one of these. A Suarez. What's the highest prospect? Because you know he's gonna if they make him available. What's that?
Thyron Lorenzo. That is the guy I think that's going to get the move done because he would be a top 3 prospect in pretty much any other baseball system. I think Thyron Lorenzo and I think Hao-Yu Lee are guys that will get moves done that I'm willing to move. Unless you're getting a superstar back, I'm not moving off of our top 3.
Okay, so that's your line.
That is my line. Yes, Thyron Lorenzo, unless it's a superstar, which I don't expect it to be.
Okay.
Thyron Lorenzo and Hao-Yu Lee are the guys that I would be looking at to move.
I'm not mad at that because you are at the point now to where some of your prospects are expendable.
Yeah.
So
especially when you got the big 3 moving up to AA.
Yeah.
And like Briseño has already jumped Lorenzo, but Lorenzo is more MLB ready right now, so he would intrigue a lot of people, and he's got some serious pop. But you've got Dingler playing well. Lorenzo's not getting in front of him. You got Briseño, who's already almost ahead of Lorenzo. So, yeah, he's the guy you move.
Crazy Clown. I was told the farm system's not important. Neil's been wrong about a lot more than most of us here. I'll just leave it at that and move on.
You're just making shit up, dude.
Yeah.
Like the Riley Green thing.
Yeah.
Remember 2 years ago when I was like, all right, seen enough.
Sign Riley
Do the
Green.
Acuna deal right now.
Yeah.
Match it for proper inflation. Make it 140 for 8 years. Do it.
Right.
Yep.
I think he's referring more to Sean and his comments on, the farm systems of the past and stuff like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, let's take the break. Let's talk about Loom.
Absolutely. Summer is heating up and Michigan is buzzing. Each can delivers 7.5 milligrams real THC wrapped in bubbles, crafted with real fruit juice and no artificial sweeteners. They're bold in flavor but low in calories and 100%, Spenny, hangover free.
Oh, yeah.
It's all bubbles, no troubles. Perfect for poolside sips, bonfire nights, lake day chills, or on the golf course. Available at any of Loom's 38 locations across Michigan. Use code WSN30 for 30% off your entire order online or in store. Go to www.loom.com today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. Now, I can give you the spiel about their deals. They've got good deals for everyone, but here's just the real spill. Like Neil likes to get down and real with Planet Fitness. I'm like that with Les Stanford. My guy Goran did everything he possibly could to get me in the car I wanted. My lease was up. We were looking at different options. He was weighing all the prices, and he said, you know what? We're not going to put you in something that you don't want just to get you in a car. We'll extend your lease a month. I got you a Blazer coming out of the factory. Here's the number on it. That's your car. So if you want service like that, where he will personally take care of you and get you the car you need and you want, go to Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. It's the only spot. It should be your only choice. It's Les Stanford. Together, let's drive.
All right, hour number 2, Big D Energy, Neil Rule, D-Mac back here in the fold. We got KG, intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter, third to first across the infield. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread pushing towards 85,000 subscribers. But hey, we're in here. We're talking Tigers a little bit right now. We are going to we're doing a football 4-down every day through the Super Bowl. We started it July 1st. Intern Simeon is on it. We're going to be getting to that in just a couple of minutes.
I like it.
We were going to do it now, but then Sam Flannel had to pop up in the chat. It's insane how, and this is Sam Reynolds, it's insane how Neil casually mentions Ellie De La Cruz and Juan Soto in the same sentence, like they are the same caliber of player. Ellie is not a superstar. So Flannel, for you and the crazy clowns like you, here's the deal, Flannel. And I take responsibility for your actions. I do. I have to be better. Because D-Mac, I've told you, I've told the people before, I suffer from curse of knowledge. So I expect everybody to know what I know. And for people like Sam Flannel and Crazy Clown, you can't do that. Because apparently they're not capable of it. See, Flannel, here's the deal. We were talking about the trade deadline. And I was asking Spenny, what level of prospect is he comfortable coming off of? And then I made mention of, barring like a Juan Soto, Ellie De La Cruz. Flannel, here's the deal. I'm going to need you for a second to pull your head out of your ass for 1 second here. All right? And understand this. Who would get more in a trade right now? Do that a couple more times, Flannel. Who would get more in a trade right now? Juan Soto or Ellie De La Cruz? Who would fetch more in a trade? D-Mac? Who do you think would fetch more in a trade?
De La Cruz.
Spenny?
Absolutely.
Probably Ellie.
Definitely Ellie.
That's what we're talking about. That's the conversation, Flannel. He's got 2 years plus of arbitration left. He makes $770,000 right now. Understand how the real world works, Flannel and Crazy Clowns and people like you. If you want that stuff, go listen to another network. Thank you. Thank you.
The golden voice has
I
spoken.
think that's fair.
Tell me, was I out of line there?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. So that's what it is.
And I think it's more Sam's defense of Riley Green is why he's kind of piping up like this. He's on a defending tour of Riley Green. So
where do we even talk about
Sam
that?
Flannel also said Riley Green should be sent to the minor leagues at one point this year.
This year. said that.
And Sam,
love you, Flannel.
Sam in
but
the
you're
chat.
coming to my boy Ellie, so listen.
Right.
You better come correct.
Sam in the chat. Riley Green greater than Ellie De La Cruz.
It's pretty close right now. I think they're the same caliber of player.
Yes. So there it is. Crazy Clown. Trust me, I'm older than you. I've been around. Right, but you don't understand the common sense of sports and how the financial world ties in.
Well.
Apparently, yeah. You just think you're smarter than everybody. It's no, Crazy Clown, I think I'm smarter than you.
Sheesh.
Okay, so that's what it is.
Mic drop, I win, you lose.
Steve DeYoung. If Flannel pulled his head out of his ass, he'd no longer have an Adam's apple, but he would have a nose again. So, there it is. I was hoping for Neil to have a flannel crash out. No,
Yeah, if you want to say Riley's better than Ellie, I'm not mad at you. Riley's having a superstar year.
correct.
Yeah.
100% he is. Sam should be put in a straitjacket. I'll relay that to Stick. Okay. So, as we said, D-Mac, we do want to get into some football. We have a Rest in Peace Tuesday coming on. You guys want to rock out the Rest in Peace right now?
Sure.
Why not?
You guys want to do it?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'll put Sam Flannel and Common Sense in the casket, but, whatever. Okay. You guys know how this works. We go around the sports world. We put someone in the sports coffin.
Yep.
We don't wish them to die.
Nope.
We're not doing that. It's an entertaining bit that's designed for fun and a couple laughs, and it's kind of like an out of the box thing that you're saying is over.
Yep.
Not necessarily in sports world. It can be anywhere.
Can be
But
anywhere.
Can be anywhere. It's up to you. But Spencer Raxter, you lead off. Who you put in the coffin? It's time to rest in peace.
Now, I've been trying to keep this one as far away from Rest in Peace as possible. I've been trying to hold out. I've been trying to make
Spencer
sure.
Raxter with the Tigers on the division.
It is rest in peace to my youth. My youth has left me.
Damn.
Obviously, like I said, I have been preparing for this. I have been doomsday prepping my body for 30. I'm working out. I floss every night. I stretch every day. I've been eating a lot of salads and stuff like that. But I think threw my shoulder out by throwing the kids in the pool on the 4th of July was
all it
like
takes.
that's the one. I'm closing in on 29 here, so rest in peace to my youth and my boyish charm. It sucks, but we're on to bigger and better things. I think I'm rapidly approaching Unk status. I wouldn't say I'm there yet,
Not yet.
but it's getting pretty close.
Getting older is realizing all that prep shit don't work.
Yeah.
D-Mac.
It just don't work.
That's a sad rest in peace for Spenny, because we've all been through it. We've all had it punch us square in the nose.
Yep.
I'm still in my
100%.
mid-late
This is-
20s,
hey,
but my body's
it
not
tells you
feeling
that
like
you're getting
it.
older.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Intern Simeon, who you resting
Got
in
one.
peace?
Carl Willis, the Guardians pitching coach. Because every time in that divisional series last year when he walked out there, it seemed like, boom, double play, inning over, out of it. What happened in the 10th, came out there, Cade Smith got even more shelled. Oh,
Got
it was
rocked.
beautiful. It was beautiful. Every time he went to talk to Cade Smith, that blank stare on his face. Boom, double
'Cause he
play,
knows.
inning over.
The Guardians as a
Sprinkle a
team.
little dust on him. And
The Guardians as an organization.
It's over.
They know.
It's done.
They know the truth. They are literally Spenny's shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the Cleveland Guardians are right now.
Irreparable damage.
It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best part of it walked out the door.
Yep.
And you let it happen. So it's all over. Good one. I like it, Simeon. I like it. KG, welcome back.
Yes.
Who you resting in peace?
Rest in peace to Byron Buxton. I never want to hear his fucking name again. Say it with me, y'all. AL All-Star starter, Javi Baez. Okay, you gotta say, it's like a pimp name slipback. You gotta say the whole thing.
That's true.
I don't care if the numbers are better. Byron Buxton has no aura. Javi does.
Look at that.
He's in the spot. Fucking live with it.
Look at that.
Live with it.
How do you have more aura than that?
He did it at 3 positions, goddammit.
That's true.
I don't want to hear it.
He was making some plays at third last night.
And Neil, I hate to hate on another fellow brother. You know that. But I don't want to hear his name again. It's over. It's done.
It's fair.
It's fair. It's fair. We touched on this a couple weeks ago.
I saw it. I was tapped in.
We touched on that.
I'll be watching you.
Byron
from the
Buxton,
shadows.
that's what you get for playing for the Twins and playing in Minnesota.
That is fair.
Just like
Completely
Justin
fair.
Jefferson, that's what you get for playing for the Twins and playing for Minnesota. Jordan Addison, when you play the biggest game of the year and have 0 yards, there's pushback for that.
Yeah.
You're not good enough, Byron Buxton. So there's that.
Flannel's gonna crash out over that. I know it.
I know he is. I can't
know
wait.
it.
Darren McCarty, who you putting in the coffin? Rest in peace.
You know what? Big part of my summer is the golf course.
It is.
And a big part of my routine is the halfway house.
It is.
And is the turn hot dog.
The hot dog at the turn.
And for all the greatness at Cherry Creek, I experience I'm putting in the coffin. Do not have a hot dog at Cherry Creek.
Oh! Did it give you the chance? What happened?
Worst hot dog of the year.
Wow. There was
No snap.
Too much girth.
It was a lot of girth.
Not enough.
Not enough burn.
No. That wasn't it. It was rushed, and you might as well just brought them out of the refrigerator. You would have had more respect for me.
That is a damn.
So I call it like I see it, and it ruined my experience at the turn, and I just had to call it out. There was going to be the worst, and it was there. So
fair.
I'm just saying, at your own regard, take heed. That does not get to be denied.
Go play golf there. Course was in great shape. All
Phenomenal. People are phenomenal.
Great
Everybody's
GPS
phenomenal.
on the cart.
Get a
hot-
burger at the turn is what you're
What?
saying.
Get a burger.
I put it this way, and we didn't have luck on the greens, and that course showed its teeth as much as it could yesterday, and whatever. I don't have a problem with that. Didn't have a problem with lipping everything out.
Right.
Right? No problem. That's golf. But the glizzy,
That's something you can
Spenny?
control. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I would.
I'm with you. There was no snap.
I just hope it was just. It might have been. I will give it another chance. Next time, I will look at it. If it looks the same, I will not get it.
And, again,
Did you have one yesterday?
I did have one yesterday.
So am I out of school?
You're not off base. No.
Because you're a glizzy guy.
I'm a glizzy fan. I'm a glizzy connoisseur, glizzy gladiator, some might say.
Pause.
No snap, no char, soft. But I will give them a pass right now because those were Schaefer hot dogs. You know, that was we got to feed everybody. We're putting them in a Schaefer.
Yeah.
Single dog off the roller or off the grill might be different. Maybe.
So you're saying that the mass
quantity definitely dialed it
and
down.
Spenny's coming. He's our insider.
I've filled Schaefer's for a long time.
You know.
I know how food can deteriorate in those things.
Can you leave it on longer? Like, what's the move, or is it just the way it's going to come out?
It's just the way it's going to come out. Shit gets soggy and soft in Schaefer's. That's why you're supposed to be swapping them out a lot.
Well, you got 144 dogs to make.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll give them some reprieve there, but D-Mac, you're 100%
Because I do play there a lot. I don't remember
it.
Dog.
Yeah, it was a lousy dog.
I remember it being like a destination glizzy.
Yeah.
But that was like during like league play, or we're just going there to play.
The two biggest things on my glizzy checklist are snap and char. I need snap and I need char.
Yeah.
It was not charred at all.
Yeah, as Stick said in the Woodward Sports chat, soft, girthy hot dogs are the worst.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right.
Might as well boil it if you want to.
Yeah, you might as well just eat a thing of bologna, like a stick of bologna.
Love is real, says bologna dog at the turn.
Yeah.
Mike O, Shepherd's Hollow sister course has better dogs. But Spenny broke it down, so I'll give you credit for that. You're making dogs for 144 people, and you're rolling through.
Yeah.
They got to be out. So, all right, I'll cut him the pass on that. So, we'll do that. All right, last, rest in peace. And this is probably dangerous of me to do, but again, just calling it like you see it. Ryan in the chat, you were right. Rest in peace, USA Soccer, man.
Oh.
Like, they're not good enough. They're just not. And I know, like, Pulisic didn't play, and I'm not mad about that. I understand why he didn't play. Just played the entire Serie A season. World Cup is next year. International soccer, like, Premier League Serie A is going to wrap up, and World Cup starts 3 weeks after their season is done next year. Like, it's literally gone. They got this cash grab World Cup.
WNBA, they go year round.
Yeah, well, they got this cash grab Club World Cup thing going on. Like, they're maxed out. I'm not mad at Pulisic for not playing, and hopefully he has an impact. But by nature, I don't think he's going to be a guy that's going to come in and save the world.
Yeah.
Like, but then again, I can't be mad. Because of the way that we do it, we are not as good as Brazil, Italy, Spain.
Not even close.
Because our youth system is not the same.
Yeah.
Our youth, over there in those countries, they have literal national scouts that go to neighborhood games and find kids.
Yeah.
And plug them into the system and bring them up. They teach them the national system.
But it's the dominant sport. That's why. Over here, it's not.
They teach the national system of how they play, and that's how they do it. They pay great coaches 6 figures. Their U10 national coaches make like $100,000 a year over there. All right, it's important to them. What do we do here? We split a field in 4 so we can get more people in there to pay $2,000 for a travel season, and away you go. And if you win travel trophies, then obviously your team is good, right? Obviously your players are good. When they have a dominant right foot, so when everything goes down, they just go to that right foot. So when you go up against a good defender that can force you left, you can't do anything because you're not good enough to. We're not good enough. We're not good enough to do damage at the World Cup. We're not good enough to be in the mix. We're just not. Hopefully I'm wrong.
We got to bring in a ringer. What's Landon Donovan doing? What about Clint Dempsey? Are those guys still
old
around?
as hell in a fucking dark cell somewhere.
So, again,
Clint Dempsey was the man.
Yeah, he was.
I'm not expecting a lot. Now, you can massage the tournament the way they did, where they let everybody in now. They're going up to 48 teams, so they can have more games on TV and more and more and more. But when it comes down to it, are they beating Germany? Are they beating Spain?
Not even
Are they
close.
beating Argentina?
You guys know me. Nothing gets me real juiced like Team USA. Like
out of every 4 years, out of nowhere.
Everything. I love Team USA. Anything. I'm not a big soccer guy,
but you are for the World Cup.
I am for the World Cup, and I want Team USA to dominate everything we do. So, we need Pulisic to be Captain America again. That was fun to watch.
But isn't it just the men's? The women's always seem to be.
Women's always good. Yeah,
it's just men's. That's crazy.
Woodward Sports chat thread real quick before we go. Cody Engel, a lot of talent dies in college soccer. Cody, all my friends that are from England kind of laugh at college soccer because when you get to college to play, you're 19, it's over.
You should be playing professional for 2 years by then.
Right. Yeah. Like, it's over.
It's a joke.
But college soccer, I'll let everybody in a little secret about college soccer. So there are 30 players on a roster, 35 players on some. I know they're changing this now, but back then there was only 9.5 scholarships for it, or 9.9. So that means 20 kids are paying their own way to play.
Jesus.
That's pretty good student recruitment, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like everything else. It's a business. All right, when we do this, we're coming back. We're getting into football, everybody. 4 down. We do it every single day. What do we got? NFL one?
NFL, yep.
NFL one coming up when we come back. We talk about Caesars, Spenny?
Caesars, yep.
Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Get ready for football. Scan the QR code on the screen. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app and use that promo code Woodward1000. That way, when you make your first bet, after you use a promo code Woodward1000 to deposit, if you happen to lose that first bet, you'll get it back as a free bonus bet. All the way up to $1,000, everyone. And it's Caesars Sportsbook. You know, Caesars, one of the icons in the gambling game, so you know that the app is solid. You know that they have all the markets. You know that everything is out there for you. If you like live betting, it's not glitching out on you. It's Caesars Sportsbook. You don't really need to say much else. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone! The boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy, except it'll be tomorrow, Wednesday, this week. And Thursdays during Braylon Edwards' show, where he offers top-notch injury advice, such as the guy that DMAC, me, trust for 4 Stanley Cups. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. God, it's a lot of reaction to the soccer stuff, by the way. Patrick, need to play soccer like Americans. Don't try to be England or Argentina. Just be like USA. Patrick, I was talking about that for the last year. Like, look, let's give up on this knock the ball around and possess it. We're athletes, like in America.
Yeah.
Corners.
Play
direct.
Get
throw
out
it
and
up.
run.
Somebody go make a play.
Yes.
Like, it is not undifferent than football with the receiver. throw it up, go make a
let him
play.
come down with it.
We're not good enough to possess it.
No.
Like, we're just not. So stop fighting it, man.
Hey, that's how when I play FIFA or when I play Super Mario Strikers, that's how I win. I just start doing corners.
Playing direct.
Corners.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, Woodward Sports chat thread.
Throw some crosses in there, let a big head jump up. See?
Got to.
Mike O, the World Cup is way underrated in the USA. No, Spenny just told you. Like, Spenny, I think, is like the prototypical soccer American that's not a soccer elitist.
Yeah.
Put a USA jersey on, he's watching.
I'll watch it for sure. I'll go to a DCFC game. They're awesome. Ton of fun.
Wonderful.
Soccer's fun to watch in person. I'm not a big soccer on TV guy.
Yeah.
Unless Neil's on the call, because then it's obviously the best you can see.
Tap in.
Yeah, shout out. But yeah, I'm locked in for Team USA anything. And so yeah, and World Cup is fun to watch. I remember when the Netherlands made that run. That was fun. I remember
when Ghana.
Ghana made the run. When Germany had that team that their entire front line was all like 6'4" blonde dudes, and they were wearing the all black uniforms. Like, dude, that's
reminded you of another time in history, didn't it?
Right. I mean, that would make me nervous. Sounds good. World Cup is very entertaining. I like the World Cup a lot.
Dante 151. I don't want to read this one, D-Mac, but I have to because it's in the super chat. RIP to the Rams organization being respectable. To not call Jared Goff and let him know he's been traded to the Lions, and he found out via social media.
Ooh. Is that on quarterback? Did he say that on quarterback? Because quarterback is out.
Oh, that it dropped, right?
It's out.
Oh, that's right. I haven't watched it. You gonna watch quarterback on Netflix?
Watching it tonight.
Is it? It's out.
It's out.
Yeah, it's out.
I'm gonna watch it tonight too.
Sure.
All right, fair enough.
Review tomorrow.
Jordan says, real quick, women's team's fallen off a little bit, but if soccer were more mainstream in the USA, do you guys think we'd be the best in the world? Jordan, like if we were like, and here's where I'll cut us a break. If we were like all the other countries, we would dominate in soccer too.
Yeah.
Because our front line would be, our strikers would be Calvin Johnson and LeBron James.
Exactly.
We would score on every corner kick.
Derrick Henry would be playing.
Barry Sanders would be a midfielder.
Yeah.
You know, like, think about it for a second.
It would be we'd be unstoppable.
J-Mo on the wing.
Yeah.
Through ball to J-Mo? Yeah. What? Across the J-Mo?
Anthony Edwards at goalie. Like, he would get everything.
No.
Dude, yeah.
We would, it's not the dominant sport here.
It's not the dominant
It's not.
And it's not even close to being. Like, if it was maybe number 2 or 3, maybe that'd be different. But soccer is, like, way down the top.
Soccer night in Detroit. Christian Pulisic will not be the savior for U.S. soccer. No, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
By nature of the position he plays.
He's good, though.
All right. Little solid soccer discussion.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it, D-Man?
Only lost like 50 viewers.
We like soccer. Right.
Something
I
like
know what's going to happen in
Some
the
soccer
chat.
fans out there.
All right, well, let's do this then. Let's take the break to get on the clock. We'll get you back. Football down.
Real quick, before we come back to real football.
Yeah.
Right. Burn in the Woodward Sports chat says, imagine some dirtball Americans playing through Moroccan soccer and whooping those Euros like we did in 1944.
We got World Cups on the resume, bro. I'm just saying.
Hey, yeah. Bring another one home.
Bring it home. All right. Where are we going, Spenny?
Mad Packs. Let me tell you. Oh, wait. Is it Mad?
Something like that.
Ven Johnson.
Yeah, let's talk about Ven Johnson.
Yes.
By the way, too, shout out Ven Johnson. They sponsored the golf ball giveaway at the Detroit Sports Media outing last year. Shout out to Ven.
Too.
Yeah, that's right.
Not cheaping out.
They were stacking it. Justice, it means different things to different people, but whether it's a settlement or a verdict, justice is always worth the fight. If you've got a case, contact the fighters at Ven Johnson Law today. Get the justice you deserve. Tough, tenacious trial lawyers. Ven Johnson Law. They're the fighter. Go to venfights.com. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
All right, Woodward sports fans, whether you're hitting a game or simply chilling, hitting the greens, whatever it is, Jars Cannabis have you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of rec cannabis products. They've got over 30 locations across the state, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 of those locations are right in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby. And if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way soon. Go to jarscannabis.com to see where you can get your favorite product today. Check out the Darren McCarty brand all over in Jars.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. The boys are back. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG back in the building. Good to see him. We have intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. We talked about it. We promised it. It is time to deliver. Click the like button since you're here.
Smash that like button.
Might as well.
Yeah, may as well. You're there anyway. We promised it. It is time. We're talking football every single day till football season. What are we, 20 days away?
Yep.
Crazy.
From a
Play
game.
football from the Lions.
From a Lions game.
Yeah.
A critical preseason
Critical preseason
Oh,
game.
you know what?
A
Real
lot of
quick.
shit unanswered.
D-Mac, did you catch this, by the way? So, Friday, right? It was Friday?
Yeah.
Or was it Monday? It was Friday.
No, it was Monday. Friday was 4th of July. So Monday,
Thursday. It was Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday, Sean and I doing the show, D-Mac. We have this running bit where we make fun of preseason football. Where, because all the announcers will say, jobs are being decided here in this 4th preseason. No, they're not.
Right.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
Minds are made up.
Their
pretty
minds
much.
have been made up.
Yeah.
They bring in guys specifically for preseason games, like to get rid of, then get rid of. So, but it's a storyline, right? They want you to watch on TV, so it's a storyline they push. They're always like, this guy's battling for a job, or you need to put stuff on tape in this game, and the league will see the tape, and maybe you can get a job somewhere else. No, it's actually not like that at all. So Sean and I have this bit where we were talking about it, and we talked about Hendon Hooker. And Spenny asked the question, like in one of our 4 downs, they're like, is this game make or break for Hendon Hooker?
Yeah.
And I was like, absolutely. He's got to be in the playbook now, the Chargers playbook, see what they're doing, mentally prepare himself, adjust to what he's going to do in real time, what adjustments they think the Chargers might do to him. He's got to play well or it's over.
Make or break year for him.
Yep. And Sean goes to me, he goes, do you want me to continue with this bit or do you want me to be serious? And I was like, continue with the bit. So he goes on with it. So the entire country picks this up, right? Of us saying that it's over for Hendon Hooker. And Sean was like, he gone. Like, he's gone. He doesn't have a chance. So it was a funny bit we were doing. Yahoo Sports, ESPN. Literally it went across the entire country.
Wow.
And the people were on like, how can these clowns have a microphone saying he's still under contract and all that kind of stuff? Like,
that's crazy. It got that
Hey,
big.
I don't know if you know this or not, but the sense of humor in society these days isn't what it used to be.
Not at all.
You might have to preface that you're joking.
even when I
say that, how important, right? Like, so nobody got the gist of it's an exhibition game, and it doesn't. They don't matter.
Sounds like Kyle Allen's winning the job.
Some say that.
Some say Kyle Allen's number 2 right now.
So, it was one of those things, dude. It was funny because it got picked up everywhere, and Sean and I got a lot of hate on social media. So,
wouldn't be the first time.
Wouldn't be the first time. Won't be the last time. All right, you guys ready for some football?
Yeah.
Why not?
Intern Simeon, this is his job until he goes back to school at Missouri. When on that final day, we will have a Missouri football.
Can't wait.
Should we have a Missouri
count down the
football
days of that.
and a Vanderbilt football for it?
Like dueling.
Yeah, dueling.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
The
mix it
pillow
up.
fight of the SEC.
Shout out Mizzou, man.
But you said it's an NFL.
NFL, yep.
4 down. You guys ready for some NFL football?
Oh, yeah.
Bill Barnwell did his annual playmaker rankings, so it's the skill position groups for every team ranked. We're going to start with the Bears, the biggest dropper from last year to this year in the rankings. They went from 6 to 25. 25th in the NFL
in skill
playmaker
position.
rankings. Skill position group, yep.
Well,
Keenan
D-Mac,
Allen.
Does that seem low?
that's D-Mac. Was I lied to? Because I was told this is the year for Caleb Williams, and this is the setup, and with Ben Johnson and all of that. Was I lied to, D-Mac?
We gonna see.
Yeah, no, I know we are, but
We gotta see. But I mean, do you think? I mean, I don't think it ends well, but I'm not a Caleb Williams guy.
Yeah, which
Right?
nor am I.
I don't think whatever Ben Johnson brings to that table that is enough, but I could be wrong.
I mean, DJ Moore is good, but Rome Odunze's still improving. Keenan Allen's old as hell and fat.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He
and
is
not there.
Yeah, and DeAndre Swift.
And looks like George Jefferson with his helmet off.
Right. Absolutely he does. And DeAndre Swift, I mean, he's all right, but yeah.
When is it over with DeAndre Swift? Like,
Never.
what is it? Every year with this guy, it's like, oh, well, this is the year DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
I'm confident to say that this is the year DeAndre. When is it over for him?
It's over.
I don't know if it's over. He had a decent year last year, right? It wasn't too bad. No,
It wasn't his Eagles year.
He had almost 1,000 yards on the ground last year.
They play 100 games now.
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah.
Almost 1,000.
What did he average per game? He averaged 56 yards per game on the ground. So 1,300 all-purpose
Average.
yards.
Oh, pretty much Jahmyr Gibbs, right? Pretty much the same.
No.
Like that.
Average.
I don't understand it. And
Jahmyr Gibbs averaged 80 yards last year. I love Jahmyr Gibbs so much.
Man, he's.
I just. You're right, and that's a good catch because I hadn't thought about it that way. And Keenan Allen does look like George Jefferson.
And he's not there.
And he's not there.
They would love Keenan. Keenan Allen was a dog last year.
I ain't even mentioned the best tight end in the league, Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet. Now, that energy for DeAndre Swift could be given to Cole Kmet because I keep hearing about him for sure. I liked him. I fell for him for a little bit. I was like, maybe Cole Kmet could be pretty good. But now they drafted what's his face out of Michigan.
But when you look behind
Loveland, yeah.
D-Mac, when you look behind these receivers, you see Devin Duvernay
Hell
and
yeah,
Rashawn
dude.
Johnson.
Rashawn Johnson.
D-Mac,
I kind of like Rashawn Johnson.
they stink. At the
No,
skill spots,
I
they
just
stink.
I don't have never been a Caleb Williams fan. And look at what he's got to work with. It's something that I don't think they make him better or he's going to work through it. I just think that it ends badly and it ends with finger point between the coach and the quarterback. But what do I know?
Danny G.
Can Ben Johnson control the diva in Caleb Williams?
Shut up.
I'll stop it, Ben. I don't want to call that. It's going to be funny.
I'm still confused. In the chat, I'm still confused, Danny G. I'm still confused by the Colston Loveland pick. I was surprised by that, too.
I'm not really that. I mean, with what Ben Johnson wants to do, I can see why they want multiple tight ends. Obviously, that's how they love to run that offense. And here is you pass out of run sets, you run out of pass sets. So we'll see what happens. But I'm not too surprised. I loved Colston Loveland as a prospect. I think he's going to be
awesome.
He's going to be a dog.
Haiti went there, but
Yeah,
awesome.
it sucks.
Is DJ Moore like a top-tier guy?
No.
Top 15.
I would say yeah, but yes, I agree with KG. Top 15.
Top 15.
I'd give him top 15.
Don't you got to have 1,000 yards in a year to do that?
Semantics.
With the amount of good
Yeah,
wide
but look who's
receivers in
been
the
throwing
league,
to him. He's elite.
that
bro.
is another
Right.
thing.
He
Yeah,
had Cam, then he had he's good. You watch his tape.
Yeah,
Okay.
DJ. I like DJ.
DJ Moore.
I believe, but
But we're getting a long time removed from Cam Newton even being in the league.
Yeah,
you know
true.
what I'm
That's
saying?
big
Like,
facts.
it's just...
And
the
it's been a
clock-
couple years since he's had that success that he had with the Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn in the super chat. Finally, we treat the Bears like the Packers treat the Bears. We made it, Detroit. that is fair. All right, second down.
Speaking of the Packers, keep it in division. And speaking of were we lied to? I've been told this Packers wide receiver core is like
Man,
the best in the league for
I've
so
heard
long.
that shit for years now.
17th, middle of the pack in the
Hey,
rankings.
I'll die on the sword for this. I'll cover this one.
You do.
'Cause I said that they were the best wide receiver group in the NFC North last year because I expected one of them to take the step up and be the guy.
They went 0 for 5.
Yeah, when you look at Jaden Reed, when you look at Devontae Wicks, when you look at Christian Watson, when you look at Romeo Dobbs, none of them stepped up.
They
to
stink
be that.
too.
They're
Yes.
all mid.
Your
all
number
mid.
one receiver is a number 2 and the rest are 3.
D-Mac.
Yes. Yeah, they are all mid. They all either took steps back or did not
Or
take
they
the step
stink.
forward. Jaden Reed's good. Jaden Reed,
But he's a number 2.
But he's a number 2 at best.
He's not a number 1.
And I don't think they drafted Matthew Golden too, right? I don't think he's a number 1 receiver either.
Yeah.
I think they got 2 number 2s and 3 number 3s. So they are a mid-ass room.
Wait a minute. Was I lied to? Like, we're
I
two
lied
teams
to you.
into this.
Yeah,
You were.
I lied to you for sure. Lied to you.
You were.
D-Mac, do you think that we should forgive Spenny for lying to us?
I mean, in this case, yeah.
He's our friend, right?
Just in this case, he
Give the
didn't, he
benefit of the
didn't,
doubt.
he didn't mean it. That's what he saw, but at least his self-awareness now is on point.
I expected somebody to take a step forward, and nobody did.
But D-Mac, like, it's always the same names we're talking about. It's always DJ Moore. It's always Romeo Dobbs. And then every year
speaking of which.
in your fantasy draft, like, you take these guys, you're like, this is the year. They are Zeke Elliott the late years. This is the year that I'm going to take them, and finally they're going to arrive. Like, at what point are you the sucker?
Yeah.
For real, at what point?
Then they're on waivers
My boy
in week 5.
Darius, you still owe me fucking $50. All right, you little turd.
Darius.
I just remembered that because we made a bet on the draft night for our fantasy team which Packers wide receiver would be the best. I took Jaden Reed and I gave him the rest. So
Fucking Darius.
yeah,
Dude,
you owe me $50, D.
don't let that distract you from the fact, D-Mac, I'm getting close. This division stinks.
No. What you're saying, Neil, is you're breaking it down. This division is more like the Central Baseball Division than it is.
It's the vibes I'm getting right now.
It's giving you vibes of what we're witnessing in the Central right now, and where the Tigers are leaders of the pack. We all expect them to still have dominance in this division, but when you break it down on paper, on tape, whatever it is, these other teams aren't as deep or as depth, or you want to go into having their starting lineups at certain positions, especially wide receiver. No, I like our spot all throughout of what we got. So
I don't think it would be crazy to see the Packers in last in this division this year.
No, that's not crazy.
I think that's like
if Jordan Love struggles, they're dead.
If Jordan Love struggled this year, they need to be looking for another quarterback.
If Josh Jacobs misses more than 4 games, they're gonna be last in the division.
Ryan's reaction in the super chat: Caleb greater than Love in 2025.
I don't hate that either.
Yeah.
Burn in the super chat: I said it last year and was clowned by you people.
Yeah.
I told you all they had a wide receiver core of borderline
that's on
twos.
me. I told you I'll wear this one. That was me.
No, but the Green Bay head coach is your man's, Neil. What's up with
true.
that?
Yeah, you politic with him on Lambeau Field.
That is true. That is true.
That's your
I did
boy.
talk to him in the offseason. He is a nice guy.
Seems like a good dude.
Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Very nice guy.
He's a pussy though.
Big puss.
Fat
Fat puss, camel toe, moose knuckle.
This 4 down has been eye-opening, D-Mac. It's been eye-opening. How does this make you feel about this division? Does it give you AL Central vibes, though, D-Mac? For real?
yeah, now it does when we're breaking it down to the fact of personnel and what you expect. Because no, I hold Goff in a hell of a lot higher esteem for being able to get it done than I do Jordan Love at times, or what Caleb Williams. And then, J.J. McCarthy, we don't know. He's got to go out and prove it. So
I have faith.
I mean, it's set up, and I think that Jared Goff sees that, and that's where the dominance of the Lions, even though what the record is, they should still win this division.
I have faith that the Vikings are going to be the second best team in this division because I think KOC he's pretty fucking good, and they have a lot of good pieces. On Brian Flores is also pretty fucking good. But I would not be surprised if Caleb Williams is better than Jordan Love next year, and if the Bears are better than the Packers next year. I would not be surprised if the Packers finish last in this division.
If Caleb Williams is better than Jordan Love, holy shit.
I think he's going to be. Like, I would almost stamp that.
Then they're cooked.
Yeah, they are.
Then the Packers are cooked.
They're going to be cooked for a minute.
Yeah.
Because you have to find another quarterback.
Yeah. I don't think Jordan Love's the guy.
I've been not thinking that, but
Woodward Sports chat thread, the ski mask boy. I like this guy in the chair. So there you go, intern Simeon. There you go.
Shout out.
The people like it.
go.
All right,
Big Sim.
third down.
In the division again, Vikings are 6. We'll run through the top 5 really fast. Rams 5, Niners 4. The only AFC team in the top 6 are the Bengals. They're at 3, and the Lions are 2. Eagles are 1 in the skill position group rankings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
I would put the Lions over them, but that's picking hairs. I mean, Saquon, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith,
Yeah, that's tough.
I you know what? I've kind of turned on that too. With given what the Eagles have done, you're never gonna get the outrage from me on these ranking shows. You're not, because
they won.
They got the resume.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got the resume. And guys, this all feeds into it. Super Bowl or bust.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the waters we're in, which we were
Absolutely.
in last year, and we're even deeper in those waters now.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
And I understand that it's a scary proposition. It is. But this is where we are now.
Like when I'm cutting ties, or if I'm pulling hairs, I'll say the Lions running back room is better than the Eagles running back room. I would say the Lions.
But couldn't kill someone if they said, Saquon's better.
No, couldn't kill someone if they said Saquon's the best.
Saquon
on
a one-man show, though.
Yeah,
that's all.
And then I would say Sam Laporta is better than Selleck or whoever the hell they have at tight end. I can't even remember.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at it. The Eagles number one, sure, whatever.
I'll give you the Vikings at 6, provided it's not an important game. If it's a Sunday at 1 o'clock game, 100%. Eagles at 3. Or Vikings at 3, excuse me. If it's a 1 o'clock game on Sunday, Vikings at 3. If it's a Sunday night game, playoff on the line, 28.
Yeah.
You can't have a guy get 0 yards.
It's true.
It's a fact.
Which Jordan Addison did.
He did. He caught a ball.
Caught a ball for 0
yards.
I could have did that.
Anybody could.
I can get paid millions for that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I know inevitably I will get a tweet from some of you Vikings fans. But then I go check the box because you guys tweet at me so much, like I start to think that I'm wrong, and then I go back and look at the box score, and there it is.
Yeah, embarrassed.
0 yards.
Same amount of yards as you had that day, Neil.
I did. He and I both went for 0 yards.
9 points.
We both. Hey, they locked us up that day, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't get off the line.
Yeah.
We got one more.
That was it. We just
Nope,
ran through
that
the
was
top
it.
5 there, so
Okay.
we just wrapped it all into one.
There you go. Got it. No, I don't hate any of that. All right, let's take the break, everybody. Where are we going here?
White Claw.
White Claw. That's right. There's one left. And
It's
then there was
Friday.
one. It's Friday. Second best. The White Claw Tigers Tour wraps up at second best.
Oh, yeah.
You
Where
guys
it
know.
all started.
Couple blocks away.
And the boys are getting out. Let's see, we've already made a pact that we're going to get after it.
Oh, shit.
So,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
The heavies have been turned loose on
There-
downtown.
Hey, July 11th, second best, the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw, Ven Johnson Law. They're going to be doing a watch party for the game. Make it down if you can, just for the show. If you can't, make sure you tap into that broadcast.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be electric. It's going to be a lot of fun. Brought to you by White Claw and Ven Johnson Law, the White Claw Tigers Tour.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone. The boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule here for Planet Fitness. Don't forget, the high school summer pass still going on. Teens ages 14 to 19 can work out for free all summer long through August 31st. All you have to do is be age 14 to 19 and go into a Planet Fitness. Fill out a little bit of paperwork, and boom, you have a Planet Fitness membership for the rest of the summer. Look, the high school sports, obviously not going on during the summertime, no gym classes, so Planet Fitness takes it upon themselves to get the youth moving, and for the grand total of 0, yes, free, 99 as a matter of fact. Teens 14 to 19 can work out for free all summer long. It's Planet Fitness doing their part for the community. Planet Fitness, don't pay more money to lift the same weights. All right, we're coming down the stretch here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG is back, intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter. Danny G, so happy KG is back. He's our Neil checker.
I think that's a fact. Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that.
I'll be catching you up sometimes.
Danny G, intern Simeon keeps this show moving. Nickel packages have never gone faster on Big D Energy.
That is a fact.
That's very true.
Known fact.
Nitty gritty.
Thank you, James.
Keenan Allen and Easy have the same barber. That's tough. That is tough.
We do call Easy Fat Keenan Allen. His name in my phone is Easy Allen.
They look alike.
They look alike.
do.
See, Easy doesn't look like George Jefferson from
Easy
the top.
looks more Mongolian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen legit looks like George Jefferson.
That's fair.
Yeah, like let it go.
Keenan Allen, shout out friend of the network, Keenan Allen. Him and Jesse used to chill. I don't know if they still do, yeah.
Holy
Jesse's tied
shit.
in with the NFL, dude. Jesse chills.
Yeah.
I always see him, like, he posts a Snapchat or something or an Instagram story, and he's just chilling with, like, Mike Evans or something. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
tell Mike Evans I said he's the GOAT.
Dante 151 in the super chat. The backup running backs for the Eagles is Will Shipley, A.J. Dillon. I forgot they signed A.J. Dillon. That could be a sneaky, decent move.
A.J. Dillon.
right,
A.J.
what?
Dillon is the most hype beast ever.
Butt
dude.
cheeks.
Look at his legs. Look at him get a yard and a half of carry.
In my Joe Budden voice, that is a 2-pack of ass.
Avery Williams, Lou Nichols, and Keelan Robinson. So, yeah.
Will
Barkley
Shipley's
goes down
pretty
there.
good. I like Will Shipley. But, yeah, A.J. Dillon's butt
AJ
cheeks.
fucking Dillon.
We have it in here, D-Mac. And since you're here, I run this by you like I always do. We have a chat. It's like a subsection of chat called the Hockey Elite.
Yep.
It's the elite people in hockey.
Yeah.
You know, Spenny's in it, D-Mac's in it, Sean Belizean, Young Justin. Young Justin's in it for the emotional crash outs more, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
his heart's still in it.
Yeah,
He's
but
young.
he admits like
Justin's hockey elite. I
yeah,
get it.
he
No,
but
he's hockey elite.
He admits like he microwaves a lot.
He
in
does
there.
microwave a lot.
He's like Nick. Yeah.
Like, sometimes with tinfoil, like it's crazy.
Yeah, to give Cartman the letter, or give Larkin the letter.
Easy guy.
Pump brakes a little bit on that one.
I want to know though, and there's a growing sentiment, D-Mac, and it's around town, and I know your answer. Does Steve Yzerman have to make a trade? And I'll give you a couple of caveats. All right. Does he need to make a trade
To make a trade. Just to make a trade, to appease people, to go trade for somebody that doesn't. No, he needs to. What needs to happen is what's probably going to happen if you look at the NHL. In order to get that piece, that next player, that piece, right? It's not as much in free agency as it in a trade and sign or something like that. So that's to get the player that he needs. He's going to probably have to make a trade instead of waiting till he's signed or waiting for that person in the system to come up. So yes, I think that's it. But here's one thing, and I know this for a fact. He ain't just doing it to do it.
No.
And whether, right, like that's why you'll see, like look at, like low key, does anybody realize that he traded Joe Veleno for John Gibson?
Great trade.
What's that?
Great trade.
Right, so it plays out
It was huge.
in the way that it did when you originally traded Veleno for Mrazek and stuff like this, but then you parlayed it. So I believe he plays his cards close to the vest, but I think a trade is the way to make an impact to bring in a guy. I know that you're talking, or there's been talk about, and brought it up with Justin on the golf course yesterday, about Erik Karlsson and
Love that.
Brandon Rust out of, like, you have money there. There's players there. There's conversations. So I think that, yes, that the trade is, I'll answer the question that you have to make a trade to get the player or a few players that you want to move ahead quicker. Yes. Is that player, that move, whatever, out there? Is it offered? Is it something that works out? I don't know.
Yeah.
But let's wait and see.
Carlson and Rust would be my dream. I think that is
if
a trade.
Carlson's got 2 years
Yeah.
and whatever, if there's like, this is where I go to you, Neil, because it goes to salary cap and money, and it would probably be something, right, where you're giving away a few prospects, but Pittsburgh's retaining part of the $10 million for Carlson this year. You're gonna have to pay Rust and stuff like this, but if Rust is a type of person that immediately helps your top six,
Absolutely, he does.
right?
It
And
frees up
Carlson
Marco
being,
Gasper.
being Erik Karlsson and have off of the year he had last year, he's only going to help guys like Simon Edvinsson and Mo Seider
Yes,
and Johansson
and ASP.
stuff. So that's something that I would hope that had some validity to it, but I don't know.
I would love Erik Karlsson. You bring him in there, you help him. First of all, he's a cone. You have to accept him for what he is. He is a cone right now defensively, but he is still one of the best offensive defensemen in the NHL. per last year. You bring him in here, he is immediately quarterbacking your power play. That makes that much better. And then you put him with Edvinson to give Edvinson some pointers. And then eventually, when you bring in Axel Sandin Palinka, you have an old Swede to teach the young Swede how to be an upper echelon offensive and defenseman in the NHL, which he was his entire career. So that would be an amazing signing that would solidify your top 4 defense. Again, Brian Rust, we talked about it. You bring him in here. He's a big guy. He's going to do – he's not like – I don't know. He's not like huge intimidating, but he does everything you need in that top 6. He would be a perfect net front presence. He would be a perfect guy to provide some grit to that team, someone that the younger guys can learn from on how to be tough in the NHL, and then it frees up Marco Kasper to play your second-line center, and I think that's the best-case scenario when you're looking at next year's line combinations is if Marco Kasper is centering that second line. So Brian Rust and Carlson from Pittsburgh would be a dream. But yes, I do think Steve Yzerman needs to make a trade. But again, I'm with you. Not just make a trade to make a trade. You got to bring in somebody that's actually going to affect your top 6 or your top 4. So you got to make the right trade.
Lumberjack Zach, I like that he cleared the books by getting rid of Tarasenko. Yeah, but Lumberjack Zach...
That was an awesome trade, too.
Yeah, but he signed Tarasenko.
Yes, it was cleaning up his own shit.
Yeah, so, like, I don't bend over backwards to give credit for, it was nice. It was nice that he was able to admit, hey, this was a mistake and moved on. Because not a lot of GMs do that.
But he moved on and he fixed it.
Correct.
It didn't cost. It cost you whatever that player was last year, but in return, you got to send it back and you got, you had the receipt. You got it. You're paid back. So again, like, if everybody's looking to see Yzerman's free agent signings, they've been... Other than Alex DeBrincat, which was for a trade or whatever, like that's what you're gonna need.
Yes.
Right? Just like that happened, that's the new
lucky.
NHL. But some of his free agent signings have been dog shit. They haven't played up to par.
Yeah.
So that's his responsibility and the player's responsibility.
Absolutely.
But it's also too, it'll be interesting this year kicking off the season where Todd McClellan now. A lot more scrutiny can be on him to see how he wants to set out.
Yeah.
Right? And especially what I'm eager to see is who gets the opportunity.
Absolutely. And I'm looking at this. Obviously, we've got a lot of young guys that it's going to be make or break for them. When you look at Wallander, it's like if you can't play in the league now, you're probably out of here. There's a lot of guys that need to step up. But I love what you said about DeBrincat, D-Mac, because that is what Stevie's going to have to get a little fucking greasy here with these guys because, like, you're seeing all of these sign and trades already happen. Already a player
Spenny,
knows where he wants to go. Start tampering, Stevie. Like, get them up.
Have you ever thought this?
Be the Michigan Wolverines.
I don't think that other than, Verbeek and Anaheim or something like people don't want to deal.
Don't want to deal with Steve.
You got to pay the tax and the tariffs for being the Red Wings, and Steve Yzerman doesn't want to pay it. So what you're saying is whatever it takes to pay it. So in that aspect, he's not going to do it if it doesn't fit.
Woodward Sports chat thread, IT Hip. Supposedly a lot of agents don't like dealing with Yzerman. That's not good at all. And I heard this, and I can't remember who did the story. I haven't read it yet, but I have heard about the story where he has kind of...
Seems like Patrick Kane's agent is fine dealing with Stevie.
Right.
Yeah. Now this is the third contract that he signed. I'm not going to dive too much into that. I feel like all kind of GMs in hockey are kind of, Stevie's type of vibe where they're no nonsense kind of shit. So maybe he's a little bit more difficult to deal with, but that's not going to hold them back on getting deals done. So, yeah, and I did hear that too, but, like, look, people are going to talk about, well, they couldn't get, errors on the phone. So? Yeah. Like, that's not going to save the franchise or anything. Yeah, but Ehlers is never coming here. No. When you're a free agent and you were in Winnipeg for years, you're going somewhere warm. Yeah, he was not. To get paid. Where did he sign? Where did he sign? Where did Ehlers sign?
I believe it was Carolina, no?
I think it was Carolina, yeah.
Yes.
Kids going to play golf all the time. It's Raleigh, North Carolina, a little bit nicer.
Oh, yeah.
Temperature.
Yeah, the reports where he didn't want to meet with the Red Wings and that.
He was always going there.
Kind of sucks, but yeah. That's what I'm saying. You see, Ehlers, he goes and he signs with Carolina. Marner says, you're trading me to Vegas or I'm signing with Vegas.
Yeah, and he said that in December.
Mikko Rantanen said, you're not trading me there. You're trading me here because this is the only place I'm going to sign. During the season, dictated where he was going. Got to get greasy with these guys. And I know Stevie can do it. He's got a web of spiders. Got to start speaking in the ear of an Owen Power, of a Tage Thompson, of a this guy. Hey, you fuckers would look pretty good in a winged wheel. I'm just saying, they got a lot of money. Fuck, you're in Buffalo anyways. Go to Detroit. Go up to your GM and say, hey, trade me to Detroit. You got to start getting a little greasy with these guys.
Marner decided in December that he was going to Vegas. To the tune where Vegas is getting investigated by the league now for tampering.
It was a done deal. It's what it is.
And they'll get dinged like a 4th-round pick or whatever.
Right.
They
move
won't
on.
You got to kind of get lucky a little bit. You got to get a hometown kid in Alex DeBrincat that says, I want to go to the Red Wings. And then boom, you get a star. Hopefully that can happen again.
Yeah.
If not, fucking make it happen, dude.
We got one more break we got to take.
I need a devil whispering in Tage Thompson's ear every fucking second. Red Wings, Red Wings, Red Wings, Red Wings, Red Wings, Red Wings.
Dante 151 with the super chat. I just realized that we're only 5 to 6 days away from the MLB draft, which is insane to me. We are that close to it. I have not a single clue who the Tigers are drafting this coming Sunday. Dante, nor do I.
Yeah, not going to act like I'm diving into prospects.
Woodward watch party for the draft, for the MLB draft.
I'll tell you what, I'd rather do that than the NHL draft because the NHL draft sucks.
Fix your draft, D-Mac. Come on. Get the NHL to fix the draft. It was bad.
They tried to fix it, and it was way worse. Way worse. I didn't think it could get worse. Way worse, dude.
Oh, you want the guy that ruined my game you want me to talk to him about fixing the game? That's Batman, dude. That's Gary.
Yeah, man.
Charity boxing
Hanging
match,
up with
T-Mac
Gary.
versus Gary Batman.
Gary hockey,
Batman.
baby.
All funds go to fixing the NHL draft.
Michael Daniel asked this. Why did the MLB get rid of home field advantage for the All-Star game, or the winner of the All-Star game?
Because it's kind of gimmicky.
Probably.
Yeah.
And the AL won like 10 years in a row, didn't they?
That's really what it was.
Yeah. So I wonder what it was. 2017, right?
Yeah,
They did that?
it was kind of gimmicky, dude. And I'm kind of happy with it because you see that lineup the NL's putting out there in the All-Star game? Fuck, dude.
I know,
I
right?
understand we got the better pitching when you look at Skubal and Hunter Brown and all that, but Jesus Christ, that NL lineup is insane, dude.
Motor City 612. Here's a personal question here in the super chat. Went out on a date last weekend. Haven't heard from her in 2 days after getting the "had a great time" text. Am I cooked? Note, she's a Vikings fan. So Motor City, block that number.
No.
Block that hoe. No,
2 days isn't bad. Have you reached out?
You got to
already?
make the initiative, yes.
If you haven't reached out already, that's a fine time for you to send her a joke, send her something that happened that night you guys laughed about.
I was thinking about this.
Yeah, something like that, just to establish the contact again and then see how the vibe goes.
And then follow up and say, side question, do you think Jordan Addison's good?
Say, hey.
And if she says yeah, immediately block and delete.
Do a little research and say, hey, Twins are coming to town in a couple weeks. You want to go watch a Tigers-Twins game at Comerica?
Yeah.
Boom. Hop by second best. Get a chicken sandwich.
Whatever happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're probably cooked, though.
Maybe.
If you haven't,
take the initiative. It's only 2 days.
If you haven't texted her, no, shoot her a text.
Phoenix Sundust. Texter, JJ McCarthy is trash.
That's also fair. You can do that.
Okay.
Now, if she leave you on red, then you probably
Then you're cooked, yeah. Yeah, if you get left on red for this next text, you're probably cooked.
Who leaves red notifications? Like, who has that?
You would think people would be smart by now and
Yeah.
cut that shit off.
I'll tell you who doesn't have them. Women that cheat. They do not leave their text receipts on.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, glad we could figure out that guy's dating life. So good luck to you. Hope it all works out for you.
Hey, man.
Room for you, man. Go
There you
get that puss.
Okay.
Always good to knock down a fastball once in a while, brother.
You gonna tell about Mad Packs?
Feels good to barrel one up. Yeah, let me tell you about Mad Packs. They are in stores now. They're coming to a lot more dispensaries very soon. So make sure you go to getmadpacks.com to check out where you can find a dispensary near you. They've got the high-low pre-rolls. They've got the Blizzard Pack THCA Moon Rocks. They've got the Boom Shakalaka infused tarantulas. Those boys are kill switches. They also just got regular weed. If you're not into all the infused stuff, they've got flower, and they've got this cherry runts that was absolutely delicious. So make sure you go check out Mad Packs. Go to getmadpacks.com.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Looking to upgrade your relaxation game? Check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest, with the top brands for massage chairs like Infinity and Osaki, located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. Experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book a visit at www.massagechairhouse.com or scan the QR code. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
We got an update. Did you see the update?
No.
Motor City 612 says, I live in Minnesota, so I'm kind of stuck with Vikings fans.
Oh, all
I
right,
will
that
wear
changed.
my golf
Behind enemy
jersey
line.
next day. I don't know
That's
if
aggressive.
I'd advise wearing a jersey to a date.
You got to get in good with her before you do that.
Before that, yeah. Maybe wear like you got a light, like a Lions pullover or a hoodie or something like that. Do that. Jersey's aggressive.
Yeah.
It's aggressive.
It is.
You got an
Unless
easier
you're
way
going
into
to
that.
like a game or something,
Yeah.
but just
After you done hit, you can do that.
yeah,
But you,
yeah. She'll be wearing the jersey after you done hit.
Right.
You know?
Pre-hit, you can't do
If
that.
you did it right, she'll be wearing the jersey.
Maybe intern Simeon can loan him a Blaine Gabbert Mizzou jersey,
Yeah,
and he could wear
That's
that.
very fair, Blaine
Gabbert.
And that would seal the deal.
I would definitely rock a Blaine Gabbert.
We know
Mizzou
you
jersey.
would, you fucking sicko.
Absolutely. That'd be fire.
Gabbert.
Fair enough.
I want to get a Blake Bortles Jags jersey so fast.
You are sick.
When we had Allen Robinson on, I told him, like, after we finished the interview, we were, dapping up, saying peace. I was like, dude, I fucked up. I really wanted to ask more about Blake Bortles, and I didn't get to. So we're going to have Allen Robinson on again pretty
Shout
soon.
out.
The Blake Bortles
And
Chronicles.
I'm definitely going to drop a couple of Blake Bortles questions.
All
Because
right.
I mentioned him briefly, and he's like, oh, BB's my guy. I was like, oh, yeah, dude, I know he is.
BB, there you go. Real quick, Chris, Wings fan acting like the moves being made are to play the loan system. McClellan had them 26, 18, and 4, and now has a goalie. Another season with Todd alone is a step forward. What do you think about that, D-Man?
Yeah, I agree.
I kind of agree with that, too.
Todd's going to help a lot for a full year. John Gibson is going to be an insane upgrade over what they had in net.
Then they're in the playoffs.
No, they're not, because all the other teams in the East got better, too.
Yeah,
You
but
need
there's
more.
going to be 1 to 2 that inexplicably drop off.
I don't know, because the ones that inexplicably dropped off last year are probably going to be back this year. So I think it kind of cancels out.
We will see.
Got
All
to
right.
get a top 6 forward at the very least. Kind of need both top 6 and a top 4 D.
Tomorrow, Top 5 Wednesday. Dr. Pierce will join us tomorrow.
Shout
too.
out.
Top 5 Wednesday in honor of KG. Top 5 comeback.
Top 5 comebacks.
There's a couple people in this room that have some comebacks on there. All right, till tomorrow for D-Mac, KG, intern Simeon, Spencer Ratcher. I'm Neil World. Thanks for tapping in. Big D Energy. Well, see you later.
Dude, Jay Cutler poster's fire.